This is Reed City Coyote Playoff Basketball on Big Country 100.9 FM, the WWBR mobile app, and WWBR.com. Now we send you to Newaygo High School with pregame coverage from the Morgan Composting Studios with Brandon Worth and Blake Thomas.
It's a beautiful day for playoff basketball here in Newaygo, the home of the Lions, as we have a jam-packed doubleheader for you here tonight in the most illustrious district of them all in West Michigan, District 35. The first round, the first matchup, the Coyotes and the Packers here on Big Country 100.9. Glad you have tuned in. Myself, Blake Thomas, bringing you from upstairs here in what some call the Nest, some call the Den, some call one of the most offensive-minded gyms in all of West Michigan. Blake, this is going to be an amazing district, and we haven't even seen who's run round one yet. All 6 of these teams are going to be fun to watch in this tournament.
Yeah, it's that perfect time of year, right? You walk into the gym, just a different vibe. Everybody's 0-0. Everybody is singing for their supper now. The only game that matters is the one in front of you, and that's a beautiful thing. Really excited to watch these guys get after it. Really cool to be here to call a game that doesn't involve Big Rapids. Be a little impartial here because I have no skin in this game at all. I just want to see a high-quality basketball game. We can continue anything like Friday night's game,
man,
where we have that kind of craziness, that kind of fun. I can't wait to see it. Like you said, District 35, it doesn't get any better.
We'll get into the full pregame coverage, time and temperature, scouting report, coach's corner, stat breakdown, and more. But first, Blake, it's good to hear your voice back on track, my friend. Can't wait to bring you this basketball game. We're going to step aside here for a 2-minute break. Pregame coverage continues. Coyotes and Packers coming up here on WBRN.
Spring is here, and it's time to wake up your garden. At Morgan Composting, we've got the right dew for you. Our Dairy Dew blends will give your soil the nutrients it needs to thrive, naturally rebuilding its health for seasons to come. Visit us on US 10 in Sears or find a dealer near you at dairydew.com, because healthy soil means a greener tomorrow. Farm for the future with Dairy Dew from Morgan Composting.
If plants come from healthy soil comes from Dairy Dew.
When your team hits the court, the entire community rallies behind them. And standing strong behind this community is Lake Osceola State Bank. Every day, Lake Osceola State Bank brings personalized local banking to individuals, families, and businesses, with every decision made right here at home. With 12 convenient locations across Osceola, Mecosta, Lake County, and beyond, we're here to support you every step of the way. Visit us in person or explore more at losb.com. Lake Osceola State Bank, where customer care and community support come first. Member FDIC.
Big Rapids Cardinal fans, Auto Owners Insurance and Schuberg Insurance Agency is a winning combination. We'll work with you to ensure your home, auto, business, and life to keep everything you value safe, sound, and secure. Auto Owners Insurance, the no problem people. Visit us at SchubergAgency.com. And don't forget to like us on Facebook. Schuberg Insurance Agency, community-driven, policyholder-focused, education-based. Let's go Cards.
Not everyone learns best in a traditional classroom. For 11 years, Big Rapids Virtual School has been the area's leading provider of online education. We offer flexible, personalized instruction for all students, from kindergarten through graduation. Students have access to instruction 24/7, as well as instructional support, in-home or in person, from our experienced staff. If you are a public school student or a homeschool family that is interested in our curriculum, resources, and supports, find us online for more information. brps.org. BRVS, anytime, any place, any way, any pace.
Welcome back here to Newaygo High School. Brandon Worth, Blake Thomas with you here from the Morgan Composting Studios at Newaygo High School. Big thanks to our great sponsors of postseason Coyote basketball. Those include Morgan Composting, Lake Osceola State Bank, the Schuberg Insurance Agency, Big Rapids Public Schools, Big Rapids Virtual School, Johnson's Automotive Repair, Michigan Primary Care Partners of Big Rapids and Canadian Lakes, Moto the Mecosta Transit Authority, Extremely Clean Power Washing and Painting, Sam's Disposal, Quality Car and Truck Repair, New Horizon Landscaping, Big Country big deals, Cook's Tree Service, Post 98 American Legion Baseball, Dazos Digital, and Big Rapids Daily News.com. We get right into our pregame coverage here of the Coyotes and the Packers getting set for a 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tip-off as we approach 5:07 p.m. with our time and temperature presented by New Horizon Landscaping. It is, of course, imperative that when there is snow that you get it clean. They can do that right now. Temperatures have been very, very kind to us today. I checked my phone. I had to do a triple take. 47 outside, Blake. I mean, we're wearing short sleeves to basketball in February. What's better than that? And maybe one of these teams, or hopefully from a fan's perspective, both the teams bring the heat into the building here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to a warm day outside. It looks like it might even be a warm week, so we welcome that always. Any time that it starts warming up around tournament time, it accentuates the vibes, right? It makes it that much better. Because you know that the seasons are turning, which means it's time for tournament hoops. Hopefully, like you said, both teams can bring the heat and light it up. It's going to be packed in here once we get, right around halftime when you're going to have the Newaygo and Big Rapids fans filling in to meet up with the Reed City and Fremont fans. It's going to be a heck of an atmosphere, going to be a fun one. I just can't wait for the clock to hit zeros up here so we can get started.
Absolutely. And with that, we go to the Cook's Tree Service Timber Report. Big Rapids and Reed City, they should trust Cook's Tree Service. Our all tree removal needs, 796-2908 for more on Cook's Tree Service. As we approach spring cleaning, that might mean some of those saplings in your backyard or even some of those big trunk trees. They can take care of it for you once again. 796-2908 for more information. And Blake, especially, we were in this gym not too long ago looking at the team we're going to see later at 7 o'clock in that matchup, Newaygo and Big Rapids. But for the Coyotes, this has been a friendly building here at Newaygo. Got an upset over the Lions earlier this year, 80-75 behind a dominant offensive performance. Landon Jackson, that crew, they shot the basketball very well and they played well. And that brings them a lot of confidence. Talking to Coach Walsh, right, talking to some of the players, they feel very comfortable in this building. They opted out of the shoot-around yesterday, stayed home because they feel these rims are just like at home. And so you got to think they're going to come out shooting confidently here to start this one.
Yeah, absolutely. It's familiar territory. This is a place that Reed City's played in, numerous times throughout the last decade or so. Up until the last 2 years, not counting this past year, you were coming here on a yearly basis to play. We haven't had a district here with Newaygo. I think this is the first one ever. But yeah, this is going to feel like the friendly confines a little bit, a place where you've been, a place where you're familiar, a place where you know the rims, a place where you've had some success, not just this year but in years past. I like that to be in the Coyotes, side of the court. It is a place that I'm sure that Coach Walsh is comfortable coaching in. The kids are comfortable playing in. And anytime you have that feeling where you're able to, I don't have to go and travel to a shoot-around so I can travel there the next day. Even just taking away that hour or so of travel changes a ton. So, look for the Coyotes to definitely feel comfortable tonight and hopefully make some jump shots.
Absolutely. And you know that the fans are going to be piled in for the 7 o'clock game, but it's going to be very imperative, right, for both these teams, right? Fremont has the advantage, right, in location, right? See plenty of the red over on the home side of the floor behind their bench already here. 5:10, still got 20 minutes to pack this place, right? And obviously, you look at a lot of their administration, right? Mr. Wells, I'm sure, would like to see this whole place packed. I already saw Ryan Hansen in the building. He's ready to see the Coyotes on the other side as well. So it's going to be very interesting to see how the neutral site can benefit one team over the other, just because of the fact home team obviously got a huge advantage, but then the away, as Ty Gielchuk would put it, the villain-esque type of mental that you can put on to try to beat a team in their building. And that's going to be very interesting to see how both these teams react to a neutral site. And especially with these two teams, right, 17 matchups since 2010, especially many of those coming after 2017 when the Packers joined the CSAA and started to wreak havoc. Fremont has won 14 out of 17 matchups. Those 3 wins for those curious Coyote fans, 2018 and 2019 at home, and also back on February 25th at home last time they played in 2022. So you have that advantage with the recency and how well that team was put together, my goodness. And so that's going to be very interesting to see how these two schools respond. Fremont overall has this matchup, but Reed City has played better in this matchup in this series recently as well.
Yeah, and Reed City, coming off of a win to end their regular season, always good to have that win in your back pocket rolling into the first round of districts. You have that momentum. And, Fremont lost by 14 the other night on their last game of the season against, let's be honest, a good Manistee team. Anytime you can take Whitehall to the brim on Cam Thompson night and find a way to beat them, it's a high-quality ball club. And we know that West Michigan Conference, that West Michigan League that they play in, is a fantastic conference in general. So they're battle-tested. They're a good club. Their 6-16 record may not be necessarily indicative of the style that they played. You saw them play Big Rapids. Played Big Rapids tough. Only lost by 7, and it's a very good Big Rapids team, a 15-win Big Rapids team. But like I said, I talked to Brendan a little bit before the game, Coach Walsh. It's a brand new season. Everybody's 0-0. So you're going to see at this point you have to pull out all the stops because you just want to survive and advance. So you're going to see no stone left unturned, no tricks left in the bag. Everything's going to be thrown out there tonight in hopes of being able to play on Wednesday.
Get through Monday to play on Wednesday. That's the attitude in that locker room. And for the Coyotes, they were able to do that last year. And how about Fremont? They played all the way through Friday and won. These two teams know how to win at this level. Disregard the records. We'll talk about the numbers, and we'll hear from Coach Walsh in the Coach's Corner. But first, we will step aside for a 2-minute break. We'll be back with more basketball coming up after this here on WBRN.
Same make, same model, same diagnostic issues.
Why does my car always tell me there's something wrong? Even after I installed my extra D800 neural net processor, it still says my alternator is overheating.
But sometimes things aren't always what they seem.
Johnson's Automotive fixes electrical issues on any make and model.
With the help of Johnson's Automotive Napa-certified techs, the T800 is back on track to complete his mission.
This time, I'm back for good.
Johnson's Automotive. Schedule service online at johnsonsautobr.com.
When quality counts, you can count on us.
At Quality Car and Truck Repair, maintenance and repairs on your vehicle are done by techs who have the training, the tools, and digital diagnostics to do it right. Call or make your appointment online today. Quality Car and Truck Repair, 220th Avenue off Perry, just west of 131, Big Rapids.
Hey, it's Ben with Sam's Disposal with some garbage etiquette for you. While not required, it's always best when you bag your trash. Sam's Disposal can take bagless trash, but bagless trash can leave a mess on a windy day. Please clear a space around your can so we can get to your trash fast. That includes snow, leaves, bodies, or whatever. Please don't let your dogs help us take out the trash. While we know they're just trying to help, dogs have not evolved into helping take out trash. Whether you want to follow these suggestions or not, it's up to you. But when you want your trash reliably, consistently, and all the time removed, call Sam's Disposal at 231-796-2952.
Save 30, 40, 50, even up to 80% off local restaurants, auto repair, services, things to do, health and fitness, and more. Bernie's Place, Cranker's Brewery, Monkey Shine Kennels, Hungry Howie's Pizza, Routley's Septic, Big Rapids Farm and Garden, Big B Coffee, Grand Hill Ranch, BR Fitness Plus, Bell's Coffee, and so much more. BigDealsBR.com is your first stop when shopping locally. Sign up for weekly Big Deal sales so you never miss a deal. BigDealsBR.com, where you shop for local savings.
Welcome into Newaygo High School. We are just about 13 minutes away from getting this basketball game underway. We will get you later on, of course, our starting lineups, which will be presented tonight by our great friends at Post 98 American Legion Baseball. Big Rapids area American Legion Baseball now features 2 teams, folks, 2 teams, AA and single A for the 2025 summer season. You can visit 98baseball.com. We'll get a look at that one later on, of course, in the broadcast, as we're going to get those starters when they're introduced. And obviously, we'll find out and get them to you as soon as we can. But we'll take a look at the Dazos Digital stat breakdown, of course, here. And, of course, Dazos Digital is a great business, folks. If you need to target your potential customers with ads on streaming TV, YouTube, Spotify, Pandora, Dazos Digital can do it all. They can plan, produce, execute campaigns tailored to your business to help it grow. Visit DazosDigital.com for more information. And especially as we look at the breakdown and we look at a lot of the differences that these teams may have, well, to be honest, you're not going to find many. Record-wise, Packers come in 6-16 in the regular season. Coyotes 5-17. How are they both on the road? Packers 2-7 on the road. Coyotes 2-8 on the road. Looking at offensive points per game, Fremont scores 49.7. Coyotes 46.0. Looking at defense, Packers give up 62.0. Coyotes, 61.7. Blake, I'm not a math guy. I know you obviously have a different expertise in the industry of teaching, but very similar numbers for two very similar teams here tonight.
Yeah, same type of output. Fremont has changed in the last couple years. They were coached under the legendary coach who's now at the girls. The name, Coach Zerfis.
No. Yeah,
Coach
there
Zerfis,
it is.
Who's got the girls at Fremont rolling, the number 2 seed in District 35, the host, a really, really good club. And they played a ton of 2-3 zone. They played a wonky 2-3 zone. And they seem to always, I don't know if it was like this when you played, but when I coached, it seemed like they always had like a 6'8", 6'9",
of course,
6'11" guy in the middle anchoring that 2-3 zone. And this group, obviously, they don't have that. Just, from the eye test, they're not as big. So they play a little bit more man. They're going to press you a little bit. They're going to be fundamentally sound. They're battle tested. They're a good club. But Reed City's played some tough teams as well. So again, their records aren't necessarily indicative of the skill that they have and the way that they play. And you look down here, Fremont looks pretty loose going through warm-ups, lots of smiles. They know it's a new season. They look excited to play. Looking forward to Reed City coming out here as well. But yeah, two very similar teams. That's also why they're playing tonight on Monday night. But right here, it shows that the offensive output isn't as good as you would hope. Especially being in the high 40s while giving up in the low 60s. So look for this one. I predict this could be an offensive battle. Both teams don't give up. Both teams give up a ton of points, and you don't see that very often, especially with these two teams. So I would love to see an 80-80 ball game going into the last couple of seconds. So look for each team to play their own certain style. And maybe make some changes along the way. But it's going to be a fun one. Again, you can't say it enough. This is why a lot of people try to take off, those first 2 days in March when the tournament starts, because this is the best kind of basketball there is. It's tournament basketball.
Absolutely. Everybody is 0-0. And especially with momentum, Coach Walsh mentioned that in the Coach's Corner, which we'll get to in just a minute. I don't want to spoil it yet for you. Fremont comes in against Manistee on Friday. We know the Mariners are a good ball club, and I think we could all take a sigh of relief that they're not in this bracket this year. 56-42, Manistee taking down Whitehall earlier this season in reference. They lost by 20 to the Mariners early this season at their place. That's a tough place to play. But when you look at Fremont, they've been road warriors. They've been accustomed to not playing in their home gym over the last couple of weeks. 5 out of their last 6 have been on the road, so they know that they can put themselves in a position where they can play their brand of basketball on the road. Reed City, almost the opposite. They've played the last couple weeks. Majority of it's been at home, especially last week against Clare, Tri-County. Tough, gritty games within one possession. Clare, they fall by 3. The Vikings, they get their get back against Tri-County. They win by 4. And so that's going to be a massive thing to look at for how they play in these close games, because you have to anticipate how the brackets work out, how all of the seeding is now in place, which thankfully we're seeding the whole district. Oh my goodness, what a great bonus that was to the brackets this year. But really, short and summary, Reed City's coming in on, they're ready to play in these big tight games, which we expect tonight, and Fremont is accustomed to playing on the road.
Yes, anytime you're accustomed to playing in a hostile atmosphere, even though this is a neutral site, anytime you're accustomed to being that road warrior, it's always going to be to your benefit. And then on the contrary to Reed City, they have played in a ton of close games this year. And when you can do that, either way, you eventually figure out how to play in those and understand that, like, these are the winning plays we need to make to be successful. And again, you've got a young group over here with one senior.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm excited to see how much this Reed City team has improved since the last time we saw them in Cardinal Arena. They're playing with some momentum. They're well coached. They're gritty. And again, they're 0-0 right now. So they're tested in those close games, and that's always going to be to your benefit when you get into tournament basketball, when so many of these games are close ball games.
Absolutely, and both these teams know how to make it to Friday night. As we mentioned, Reed City made it there last year, falling in a gritty basketball game against the Ludington Orioles by 7 at Manistee.
Without Max Hammond.
Without Max Hammond, you're exactly right. And I believe Zach Erickson was also banged up during that run as well. And so they found a way. And that's the big message, right, from Coach Walsh ahead of this matchup. And with that, we will send you inside the Coach's Corner with Brennan Walsh of Reed City Basketball. Here with Reed City head coach Brennan Walsh here in the Coach's Corner. Coach, obviously, big win on Friday night to propel you into this matchup. Just talk about that win against Tri-County.
It felt really good for our boys. We had a good crowd that night. Kind of, it's been a tough season wins-wise, and for us to finish out the season on a high note in front of a crowd like that, I'm hoping that momentum carries over.
Absolutely. And start of a new season, regular season in the past, postseason. What's going to be the biggest key, I think, for you guys, right? Putting, obviously, the record behind you from the regular season into battling a good Fremont team here tonight, who also is in a very similar scenario record-wise.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're a solid team. They lost to BR by 7 earlier in the season. So, they can play with anybody. The key for us is to take care of the basketball. They're very aggressive, real handsy, and they'll jam the rebound, on the outlet and all that kind of stuff. So we just really have to take care of the balls. And they press a little bit, and they play a lot of zones. So ball security is key for us.
Absolutely. And playing at a neutral site here at Newaygo, you guys have had a lot of games recently here at home. A lot of away success, especially here in this very building against the Lions. How does that especially go into the game plan and how the boys are feeling confidently going in this matchup?
Well, I think it does. It feels good. They're pretty comfortable in this gym. They like it. It's a good backdrop for shooting. They got a feel for the floor. So a lot of times the Sunday before you get the option to come down and practice, but we felt pretty good about the surroundings, and so instead of coming down here for an hour and a half practice, we stayed home and did a little bit longer practice.
Looking at Scout Fremont, what are some of the things you might anticipate them throw at your way to try to neutralize Landon in the offense and try to score on your defense?
Well, it'll be interesting to see. They play a lot of zone, and so it'll be interesting to see if they mix things up to try to have somebody body up Landon or not in the middle. But I think at this time of the year, you kind of are who you are, and they're a 2-3 zone, a little 1-2-2, and I'd be surprised if they really deviate that much from it, but we're kind of prepared if they do.
All right, and what are you guys looking to do to try to score as much as you can against the Packers, what they show defensively, and as well try to limit their offense?
Well, it's ball movement against that zone, get the ball in the middle. It's guys giving the ball up quickly, so you create long closeouts and advantage opportunities, and then they press, and we have to be ready to break that press, and we did a pretty good job of that last Friday against Tri-County, so I'm hoping that carries over.
All right, Coach, last question for you. Thanks for joining us. What's going to be the biggest key in order to play and get a win tonight and move to Wednesday?
It's just to me, it really truly comes down to who wants it more. And I know that might be cliche, but are you going to dive on the floor? Are you going to sprint back? Or are you going to move on to the next play? And just as a collective, care about the win.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Coach, and good luck tonight.
Thank you very much.
Thank you to Coach Walsh for joining us on the Coach's Corner. And you can see the confidence in his voice, Blake. There's no doubt about it. And we can't wait to see what they have in store here tonight. With that, we will take our final timeout as we have starting lineups and basketball here in the first round of District 35 Boys Playoffs coming up after this right here on WBRN.
American Legion Post 98 baseball returns to the Diamond next summer. The area's best players assemble to compete with some of the nation's best American Legion teams. Ty Gielchak, Noah Sweppenheiser, Kurt Wilbur, John Lazinski, Carson Rakoff, and Brody Osowski return along with Newaygo's Russell Toff, Reed City's Caleb Sommer, Sten's Emmett Ligman, and Everett's Aiden Anderson, plus new talent Lucas Johnson of Everett, Ian Metzgert, and Kobe Franklin of Cadillac, and even Parker Billings of Fulton. The team has athleticism, speed, power, IQ, and talent to make up the 2025 Post 98 AA Ducks. Post 98 American Legion Baseball is supported by Hamtech, SMC Electrical Services, Hunty's Clubhouse, Biller Insurance, the Rakoff family, Old and Air Quality Professionals of Dundee, Brown's Barbershop, the Big Rapids Media Network, and BBR Mobile Home Setup. Shout out to Peter. Without the community support, there would be no American Legion Baseball in Big Rapids. From all the players and coaches, thank you for your support. Find the Post 98 schedule at 98baseball.com.
Spring is here, and it's time to wake up your garden. At Morgan Composting, we've got the right dew for you. Our Dairy Dew blends will give your soil the nutrients it needs to thrive, naturally rebuilding its health for seasons to come. Visit us on US 10 in Sears or find a dealer near you at dairydew.com, because healthy soil means a greener tomorrow. Farm for the future with Dairy Dew from Morgan Composting.
Nutrients come from healthy soil. Healthy soil comes from Dairy Dew.
When your team hits the court, the entire community rallies behind them. And standing strong behind this community is Lake Osceola State Bank. Every day, Lake Osceola State Bank brings personalized local banking to individuals, families, and businesses, with every decision made right here at home. With 12 convenient locations across Osceola, Mecosta, Lake County, and beyond, we're here to support you every step of the way. Visit us in person or explore more at losb.com. Lake Osceola State Bank, where customer care and community support come first. Member FDIC.
This is playoff basketball on Big Country.
Welcome in here. Back we go for the final 2 minutes of warm-ups. Brandon Worth, Blake Thomas with you here in Newaygo. Big thanks to our great supporters, Morgan Composting, Lake Osceola State Bank, the Schuberg Insurance Agency, BRPS, Johnson's Automotive Repair, Quality Car and Truck Repair, Big Country Big Deals, Post-90 American Legion Baseball, as well as Sam's Disposal for your support of Coyote basketball. The crowds are starting to get a little bit bigger. I like this. Only problem, wearing long sleeves. Might be an issue down the road, but that's a good problem to have in high school hoops. Final 80 seconds here, Blake. What do you think is the biggest key, knowing Reed City, saw them earlier this year, what you saw a little bit against Fremont, what they bring on film? What do you think is going to be the biggest tell of the tale between these two teams here in this first round of the doubleheader?
You're going to have a good feel about what's going on in the first quarter. If it's a battle throughout that first quarter, like Coach Walsh said, it's who wants it more. So if it's a battle in that first quarter, I have a feeling it's going to be a tight ball game the rest of the way. If one team gets the upper hand, when a team is 6-16 or 5-17, it's hard to continue that drive when you see like, oh no, we're losing again. Trust me, because I've been a part of that before. Sometimes it's difficult to do. So the first quarter, to see who gets off to the quickest start, the most effective start. And then you see, our teams making adjustments. Is Reed City going to take care of the ball like Coach Walsh said? They're going to move the ball against that zone, and can they handle the pressure? If they can do that, I think Reed City's got the horses to make this a ball game. And then on the flip side, you've got to find a way to stop Reddick Powell. He's one of their better players for Fremont. You got to find a way to limit his production. But that first quarter is going to be pretty telling to see who is ready to be here and who's ready to go home.
Who is ready to be here indeed. Both teams are lined up. We are ready for our national anthem and starting lineups. We will step aside for one final time. Basketball here in the postseason. Coming up next, right here on WWBR.
In the year 2017, an innocent man accused of a crime has a choice: hard time or prime time.
Ugh, I didn't do it, and now my car's suspension is kaput like a running man.
Fortunately, the Napa-certified technicians at Johnson's Automotive can fix the suspension, replace the tires, even replace the brakes on any make or model.
I told Damian Killian I would be back.
Johnson's Automotive, Northland Drive, Big Rapids. Schedule service online at johnsonsautobr.com.
Killian, here is Sub-Zero. Now Plane Zero.
What does JCPenney, the movie theater, Big Lots, MC Sports, and Kmart all have in common? They left you. Sam's Disposal will never leave you. Since 1990, Sam's Disposal offers flat rates, no contracts, and is making trash bagless again. That means you don't have to have your trash in a bag, but it's definitely recommended. MTBA. Our community has trusted Sam's Disposal for over 3 decades. You can trust us for at least 3 more. 231-796-2952. Sam's Disposal is simply the best. Start today.
When quality counts, you can count on us.
At Quality Car and Truck Repair, we make it super easy to schedule your appointment or to find money-saving coupons for maintenance and repair. Just visit QualityCarAndTruckRepair.com. Quality Car and Truck Repair, 220th Avenue off Perry, just west of 131, Big Rapids.
Save 30, 40, 50, even up to 80% off local restaurants, auto repair, services, things to do, health and fitness, and more. Bernie's Place, Cranker's Brewery, Monkey Shine Kennels, Hungry Howie's Pizza, Routley Septic, Big Rapids Farm and Garden, Big B Coffee, Grand Hill Ranch, BR Fitness Plus, Bell's Coffee, and so much more. BigDealsBR.com is your first stop when shopping locally. Sign up for weekly Big Deal sales so you never miss a deal. BigDealsBR.com, where you shop for local savings. Got a towering tree that's just too close for comfort? Cook's Tree Service has the expertise and equipment to handle even the toughest jobs, including crane removals with the tallest crane in the area. Call Cook's Tree Service, 231-796-2908.
a beautiful rendition of our nation's anthem, and we are ready for basketball here in Newaygo. Reed City and Fremont set to square off in the District 35 first round of the postseason. It's a new season. Throw out the regular season. Throw out the numbers. All that matters is what team can outplay the other in the next 32 minutes or more of basketball ahead of us. Brandon Worth, Blake Thomas with you. Thanks for all tuning in on Big Country 100.9. This is too big of a game to not be on Big Country. It just doesn't make sense, folks. So glad that you've made it over there. If you know someone that's trying to listen to WBRN right now, send them a text, shoot them a call, send them over to us here on WWBR 100.9, as well as WWBR.com, as well as the WWBR mobile app. You can download the App Store and take it with you on the go, no matter where you're going in your automobile here this Monday night. Starting lineups presented by Post 98 American Legion Baseball. Big thanks to them for being the prime supporters of Cardinal basketball. The area American Legion team now features 2 teams, of course, AA and Single A. Find out more with schedules, players, and more, and how to sponsor at 98baseball.com. We got our starters for both teams. Reddick Powell, a name you mentioned, Blake, one of the first starters for Fremont. Braden Crosley, joined by Mawson Green, talented guard play from those 2 guys. Carter Sherman and Logan McLean. Logan McLean's definitely going to be your size guy. He's going to be the guy that will start down low. Reed City will counter with a similar starting 5, what we've seen the majority of this year. It's the lone senior Landon Jackson wearing the Uno on his chest. Jaden Irvin wearing the 3 will be the second starter in the backcourt. Your main man in the middle is the freshman Roan Johnston, will be starting today wearing number 12. Then you got Peyton Gogolowski and Asher Dusham will be starting for the Coyotes here tonight. We have 5 aside, 2 rims at 10 feet tall, and over 90 feet of hardwood to settle it between these 2 teams that know quite a bit about one another in conference play. But now we've taken it to another level in February. Call it early March. 3 officials, balls in the air. Tip is 1, and we are underway. This one's going to go all the way out of bounds from the middle circle to the baseline. Fremont's going to take the basketball here underneath on their first possession. Don't often see some of those kind of tip balls right off the jump. Fremont will try to get something set up here right immediately off of the inbounds, working it around the horn, diving underneath, look outside, fires, and from a wing 3, that one's no good. Offensive rebound, McLean had it through the wickets. He almost lost it. Green gives it over around. Sherman down the hill, nice pass, and a foul is called. Ducham's going to pick up his first foul, I believe, as that was just a beautiful pass. McLean just leaked right underneath there, Blake, in the middle of that defense, and that was just a great find to get him a chance for 2 shots at the line.
Yeah, getting an offensive rebound, creating that second chance opportunity, big, long, lanky, does a good job of getting the offensive board, knocks down the first free throw to give Fremont that 1-0 lead. That's something that if Reed City wants to find a way to win this one, you get one stop, you got to clean up the boards.
The area's best players, of course, play for Post 98, our charity sponsor all season long here for Big Rapids Media Network basketball. Second one is a miss. 1-0 Fremont here in the first 30 seconds on the first possession. And there's that 2-3 zone we were talking about, Blake. The Packers will go to it here defensively. Gogolowski on the top. Ducham to the corner. Over in the wing now goes Irvin all the way across for Gogo. Up top, Asher holds. Thought about the shot, now gives it to Gogo. Gogo looks short corner, takes it back. Rotates it up top, now back to Landon. Jackson wants a screen against the zone. Finds Asher, fires a 3. Front iron, no good. Good looking shot, comes up just a bit short. Fremont pushes the pace with Sherman over there for Powell, stuck in the corner, trying to go inside, had it knocked away. Packers get it back, drop step, floats it up, off the back heel, no good, and a block there. Duchamp sent back the opportunity on the second chance from Crosley. Fremont will keep the basketball underneath. Fremont looking for a lot of those cuts, Blake, right there in the paint.
Yeah, and again, finding another way to get an offensive rebound to keep another possession alive.
Diving in, Green. Great find underneath and an easy deuce. That's a great pass. Sherman was wide open there on the opposite block. That's a great find. Pressure look full court here from Fremont. Coyotes will get it in to Gogolowski. Here's Jackson against a triple team. Nice find for Johnston. Reverses in the paint, drop step, floats it up, and scores. The freshman gets the Coyotes on the board here in the postseason. Great move from Roan Johnston.
Also, great patience. Got his spot, hit the spin move, hit a head fake, a move way above a freshman.
Fremont going against the zone. On the top, moving it around. Powell gives it off corner now for Green. Green against Irvin, drives in, looks for the cup. Wedged it underneath. Good rebound there from Irvin on the hustle play. Jackson's got it. He'll bring it across the timeline. Fremont goes back to that zone once again. See if they can get a look. Over into the corner. Duchamp, Gogolowski, Irvin thought about the shot, thought otherwise. Over for Gogolowski at the paint. Going now to Jackson. Jackson to hold. Duchamp now will rotate onto the top. Jackson going to go to the nail. Moving it around. They get it to Lando. Almost pestered on a triple team. Open, mid-range. Fires, back heel, no good. Tipped around. Packers take it. Green out and running in transition. Johnson to stop him. Going down to the short corner. Trapped there. Fremont moving it around. Get out of it. Sherman. McLean now holds on the handoff. Looks over there for Green. Fires a long three. Front iron, no good. Gogolowski right there on the rebound. And it looks like we have a jump ball. Looks like the call. Reed City will keep possession. Of course, Fremont winning that opening tip, so they will get it back, and they'll have a chance here to set up here. Fremont showing some pressure here early on, Blake. Full court pressure. See if they can try to get Reed City off balance with ball handling.
Yeah, it's that 2-2-1. Right now it just looks like it's a bother press to slow it down to make Reed City work. Maybe take away a first option out of the break.
Irvin for three. That one long off the back heel. Good look on the rotation around the zone. Fremont running 4-on-4 and a steal. Duchamp, take it away. Trying to outrun the Packers. To the left hand, lays it up. No good. Johnston, count the bump and the bucket. The freshman has got himself his second bucket and a chance here for a 5-3 lead early on.
I really like the look of this freshman. He has grown up since the last time we saw him play. Getting in there, mixing up physically. He's got to be 6'2", 6'3" at this point. A bright future for number 12 in white.
Big thanks to Dazos Digital. Get your business in front of the right customers with the experts of DazosDigital.com. Audio streaming, graphic design, and more. Find out more at DazosDigital.com. Johnston to the charity stripe. A chance to make this a 5-3 game. On the way. Got it. Great shot from the freshman. Reed City leads it early. 5-3. First 3 minutes gone here in Newaygo. Fremont will get it set up here for Crossley. He'll navigate on the top. Working it around for Green on the left wing. Trying to push inside. And a foul is called on the baseline. Trying to get a number.
23.
This is on Duchamp. That's going to be his second foul. A guy you do not want to send to the bench early. And Coach Walsh now thinking he's going to keep Asher into the game at this point. They get it in. Over towards the corner. Trying to rub off a screen. Great defense by Jaden Irvin. Pull up mid-range from Powell is good. Reddick, Powell off the dribble. Saw that when they played the Cardinals at Packer Arena earlier this year.
Yeah, silky smooth, going to his left, into a rhythm dribble, rises up and hits a little mid-range.
Rotating it up top, Coach Walsh gets in the play call. We know Reed City is willing to play slow, trying to slow down the Packers. Duchamp around for Gogo. Skip pass for Irvin. Irvin on a jab. Back for Duchamp. Long three. Oh, goodness. Monstrous three-point shot. That one's good from 27. Keep him honest on the top of the zone. Why not let it fly? Going the other way. Sherman down the hill. Lays it up too strong. Got his own miss. Put back. Got it on the roll. Just teetered on the front side of the iron, and it drops. 8-7. Reed City leads it. 3:43 to go in the first. They rotate it around. Gogolowski out on the wing here. Trying to get Jackson to the nail. Johnston down low against the zone. Duchamp back in for Jackson. Back out Irvin underneath. Oh, a missed pass. Johnson tried to find Jackson. Intercepted. Fremont going the other way. Powell down the hill. Looks to lay. Not able to get the English. Johnston cleans it up. Going the other way. 3-on-2 if the Coyotes want it. Duchamp to the rim. Had it rejected. Kept the basketball. Jackson will fire. That one goes long. Tipped around. Gogolowski on the glass. Had it ripped away. Stolen. Packers up ahead in transition. They get it to Powell. Lays it up and lays it in. 9-8 Fremont. Transition basketball gets the Packers back on top.
I'd like to see Reed City be a little bit more aggressive and look to dribble, penetrate a little bit in the zone to make it collapse so you can kick it. Having a hard time getting it in the middle of the zone and being effective with it right now.
Gogolowski, he'll fire. That one short. Johnston with a rebound. Thought he was fouled. Yes, he is fouled. He's going to the line for 2 shots upcoming. Roan Johnston again cleaning up. Extremely clean rebounds. Our sponsor all postseason long. They can professionally prepare, repair, and paint any surface in your home. ExtremelyCleanMI.com for more information. A whole slew of subs waiting at the table. A pack of Packers, you may say. Is that the right term? A pack of Coyotes on the other side as well. Johnston on the way. That one is good. Makes it 9 apiece with 2:45 to go. Subs coming in for both teams. Sommers will make his way on for Reed City. See, Brecken Kuistrup will make his way on for Fremont. Gabe Holst as well, the freshman. We'll see maybe a freshman on freshman matchup down low. We'll see where Gabe goes. Primarily a point guard kind of player. But we'll have to wait and see. That one goes off the back heel on the second attempt. No good. 9-9 our score here in Newaygo. 2:40 to go in the first quarter of action. Around the arc, Powell, he'll quick fire, got it. The quick stroke of Reddick Powell has got Fremont up by 3. Bounce pass going to Gogo, thought about the shot, back to Lando. Jackson trying to orchestrate the offense. Gets Gogolowski on the top, he wants a screen, goes off, draws the defense. Duchamp, long 3, oh, string music. Duchamp again, and we're tied at 12 again. Fremont trying to get an answer, working it around on the top. Dribbling, there is Holst, hands off for Crosley. Crosley on the top, Koistra down the hill. Foul on the floor before the shot went up. You can hear the Fremont student section wanted that one and the foul. Not going to be rewarded, but it finally brings on Lockhart for Johnston. Great minutes from Roan Johnson the first couple minutes, and it's a pleasure to have a guy like Jared Lockhart take his place. Stack look here for Fremont on the inbounds. 12-12 our score, 1:54 to go here in the opening quarter. Both teams and coaches trying to get themselves organized. The officials are ready to go again. They spread it out on the stack, nowhere to go. Fremont trying to get it in, barely does. Koistra catches it in the corner. Lockhart all over him, short corner, back out. Firing his Powell, got it again. Wow. This senior wants to play more basketball for Fremont here overall in this first quarter.
He's got 10 of Fremont's 15.
Pretty big start indeed. Johnston with a majority of Reed City's first points. Over in the corner, Sommers will fire. That one back heel, no good. Gogo on the glass, puts it back in for 2. Great job there. Gogolowski boxed out on the offensive glass, and nobody was in the area code. Easy putback. Packers look for an answer. No good on the 3. A putback, that one is no good. Green, it's like he might, no, they're going to call a jump ball on the rebound. It looked like he might have went over the top. The officials might have had a different look that time.
Really quick whistle there by the officials. That one, he kind of let the guys battle that one out. I thought Summers won that one and ripped it within, a split second.
Sommers defending. This one floated up and scores. Gabe Holst flips it home on the floater. Tight angle, but just got it off in time before the bigs came up against them defensively. 50 seconds to go in the first, 17-14 Fremont. Over into the corner, Sommers back. Duchamp had it knocked away. Reed City will keep possession. Big thanks to our great supporters in Schuberg Insurance, our 3-point sponsor, auto, home, and life coverage, of course, from downtown Big Rapids. It only seems fitting you can go find them in downtown on Michigan Avenue in Big Rapids. They get it in for Jackson. He's going to reset the offense here. Duchamp will now take the point. Back to Jackson on the wing. Thought about the shot, hesitates, back over. Sommers all the way around. They fake it inside, get it to Gogo. Gogolowski diving on the floor forward, and a travel is called. Good hustle from Gogo, just not able to get the ball away in time. Sub in for Fremont. Looks like Noah Hansen will make his way on for Powell. Reddick Powell getting a breather after a hot start in this quarter. Reed City trying to scramble defensively here, looking at a zone. Inside, trying to drop step, knocked away. They get it out across the wing. They're going to look to set it up. Firing is Hansen, and he hits it. What a shot from Fremont. Reed City, 10 seconds to go in the quarter, trying to get it back to a possession. Jackson with 6, Jackson with 5, spinning, looks, throws. Duchamp's got to shoot it, fires for 3. Oh, off the back iron, no good. It's a good look, but does not drop. That's a quarter in the books. 20-14 is our score. Fremont leads Reed City. Don't go anywhere. More basketball coming up after this right here on Big Country 100.9.
When your team hits the court, the entire community rallies behind them. And standing strong behind this community is Lake Osceola State Bank. Every day, Lake Osceola State Bank brings personalized local banking to individuals, families, and businesses, with every decision made right here at home. With 12 convenient locations across Osceola, Mecosta, Lake County, and beyond, we're here to support you every step of the way. Visit us in person or explore more at losb.com. Lake Osceola State Bank, where customer care and community support come first. Member FDIC. When your team hits the court, the entire community rallies behind them. And standing strong behind them.
Spring is here, and it's time to wake up your garden. At Morgan Composting, we've got the right dew for you. Our Dairy Dew blends will give your soil the nutrients it needs to thrive, naturally rebuilding its health for seasons to come. Visit us on US 10 in Sears or find a dealer near you at dairydew.com, because healthy soil means a greener tomorrow. Farm for the future with Dairy Dew from Morgan Composting.
Welcome back here to Newaygo High School. Back in the second quarter we go. Brendan Worth, Blake Thomas on the call for you here on Big Country 100.9. Reed City starts with the basketball to get it inside. Gogolowski on a seal and draws the foul. Great creative play call. They use Lockhart as a play screen, wrap around on a curl. Nice job getting the ball inside, and now he's got 2 at the stripe for Gogo.
Yeah, there used to be that old saying, you can't screen a zone. It's one of the best things you can do. You've seen Reed City do it to get a couple open triples there. You seal the guy in the middle of the zone, cut somebody right in front of him, and get to the line.
First one on the way is good from the 98 charity stripe. Gabe Young is in here for Reed City, a very talented wing shooter. Sommers will take a breather after some minutes, as Young now will come over for instruction from Coach Walsh. Gogolowski here at the line. Made the first, chance to make it a 4-point game. On the way, in and out, no good. Battle for the rebound, won by Fremont. Looking to run is Green. He'll stop, defense gets set here for Reed City in the zone. Firing is Powell. Boy, is he red hot. You can see that little back step and that skip back to the defensive line. He feels like he's got flames on his fingertips. Jackson looks for an answer. In and out, no good at the nail. Fremont plucks the miss, gonna run with it to the corner. Green diving, looks, throws, almost taken away. Still battling around. Powell shoot, no good. Gogolowski for Young, 2-on-1, Reed City in transition. Gabe to the rim, no foul. Going the other way, maybe we're getting some help down there, and they're gonna say it's Fremont basketball. I don't know, it looked like it was off of down low. I thought it was off of Zerlop when he knocked it out of bounds. The officials must have had a different look.
Yeah, maybe had a different look. That definitely looked like it was off of red to me, but the official looked a little unsure, and he just pointed towards the Reed City basket.
See if the Packers can take advantage. Round the horn. Long 3, no, off the front iron. A battle for it on the deck. Jackson wins it, throws that ahead. Another transition look. Young for 3. Got it! Bingo! That's what you want to see from 2 and white. Gabe Young with a triple. Trying to answer his foul. He's denied. Saved up in the air. Fremont trying to get it back. Young has it ripped away by Zerlot. Fremont wins another possession. Offensive rebounding has given them some chances here. 5-point lead, 6:15 to go here in the quarter. We'll see if we can get some scores around the league for you here at halftime. Ball on the deck, lost it, turnover. Coyotes take it away and they're running. Jackson, inside out dribble, looking for the crossover, had it knocked away. This time it will stay with Reed City. Johnston returns for Lockhart, get the freshman back in there as the big man. Fremont gonna look like they're going back to that 2-3 zone on the inbounds. We'll see what Coach Walsh has to counter.
I do really like Landon Jackson pushing the tempo here, trying to get him in the middle of the zone before it even sets up. That's a recipe for success.
Duchamp to the short corner floater, got fouled. Asher's going to the stripe for 2. He just looked like he might have found an opening and flipped it up there on towards the rim, and he got himself to the line here with a foul called on Fremont. That's going to be booked, it looks like, to Sherman. That'll be his first.
Both freshmen for Reed City right now really impacting the game. Roan Johnson as well as Mr. Duchamp here just doing everything they can to propel Reed City to victory here.
5:57 to go here in the quarter. Second quarter, you can call it the first half as well. 1 of 2 goes Duchamp, and you can see the head shake. He wants both those free throws. We'll see how the Coyotes can respond defensively. They trail by 4. Preston Wayne checks into the ball game for Reed City. Round the horn against the zone go the Packers. To the wide side in the zone, inside for Zerlo, and a foul is called. Fremont's big man will go for 2 here at the charity stripe. Try to make this back at least to a 5, if not a 6-point game.
That's one of the things right there. Reed City letting that dribble penetration, especially letting him get to the baseline. It makes that middle guy collapse. The guy who's standing at that mid post just drops into the middle of the lane for an easy look.
First one bounces around, and it's good. Off of the fingertips there of Zerlot. Sub is in. Asher checks off. Peyton Gogolowski returns after time in the bench area to recuperate. He'll be back on the floor for Coach Walsh. Second one is short for Zerlo. Great rebound there by Johnston. 24-19 our score. Fremont leads Reed City. Jackson stops back for Wayne. Back up top inside. Gogolowski looks for a corner pass. Had it ripped away. Trying to find Young. Fremont in transition. Almost knocked away. Trying to go up for a floater is Powell. Back heel. Offensive rebound. And a foul is called. Big time bump right there. Green just took it straight to the chest. I think this is going to be on Wayne. And it wasn't because Wayne ran into him. He was just set trying to stay in the lane and just runs right into him.
That's Fremont's 6th offensive rebound, though, already this half.
That's been a big part of it.
Huge part of it right there. And that puts Wayne in a spot where he's going to pick up a foul, unfortunately.
Going the other way on a turnover. Jackson had it knocked away. He was looking for a foul, not going to get one. Young from way outside. He's not going to shoot this one. Thought about it for a minute there. Not going to shoot it. 24-19 our score. Working it around. Not going to get it this time. 24-19. Fremont trying to counter to the short corner. Back outside. No, what a pass fake. Shot open and scores. Boy, that's great patience that time. I mean, Green just held it as long as he could to generate an open look and found it.
That's the problem when you play a zone. You have to respect the ball fake. So you make a pass fake, the zone must move. And that time the zone moved, and they got a wide open look.
Gogolowski misses at the nail. Fremont with a chance to extend this one even further to the baseline on a trap. Get it outside. Back on a rotate. Open 3. Bounces no good. Fight underneath. Foul is called on Johnston, batting against Zerlot. So Roan's going to pick up a foul here. Sommers is in. We'll also see Gabe Holst check back into the ball game. That's the second on Johnston. So now Coach Walsh, he's looking at his guys saying, hey, we got to be careful here. Not only are some guys in foul trouble with 2, they're at 3 already with 4:18 to go in the half. Don't want to give Fremont any open looks. Powell laid it up. Oh, swatted away on the second chance. Third chance. This one's ripped away. Reed City looks to try to counter. Jackson grabs the basketball. He's picked up heavily on the zone. Trying to go against the screen. Bounce pass for Sommers. Sommers back on the top. Inside for Gogolowski. Had it ripped away. Stolen away by the Packers. Plucked it from behind. Transition. Holst to the rim. No. Offensive rebound. Yes. Packers are rolling it on the offensive glass. Timeout taken by Coach Walsh. Fremont with a big run, 28-19. Can the Coyotes respond? We'll find out after this break right here on Big Country 100.9.
Big Rapids Cardinal fans, Auto Owners Insurance and Schuberg Insurance Agency is a winning combination. We'll work with you to ensure your home, auto, business, and life to keep everything you value safe, sound, and secure. Auto Owners Insurance, the no problem people. Visit us at SchubergAgency.com. And don't forget to like us on Facebook. Schuberg Insurance Agency, community driven, policyholder focused, education based. Let's go Cards.
Got a towering tree that's just too close for comfort? Cook's Tree Service has the expertise and equipment to handle even the toughest jobs, including crane removals with the tallest crane in the area. Call Cook's Tree Service, 231-796-2908.
Back to basketball we go here from Newaygo. Long three on the way, no good. Offensive rebound for Young, trapped in the corner, trying to get out of it. Finds Gogo on a spin, floats it just short. Lockhart battling, Gogo grabs it, and he is fouled. 2 to the stripe up coming for Reed City. The physical play of this game right now, Fremont winning the offensive rebound battle, but when Reed City scores, it's actually been in the paint. They've been holding their own. The shots they know want to fall later on.
Yeah, this is not for a lack of trying. These guys are working. They're doing everything they can to get those offensive rebounds, get in the paint. And, just the free throw doesn't fall for Gogo there. They're giving everything they can here. Just things aren't bouncing their way right now.
Big thanks, of course, go to American Legion Post 98 as this one misses off the right side of the iron. Community Sport with Brown's Barbershop, Chuck and Merides, and more. Find out more at 98baseball.com. Around on the rotate, they move it back up top in front of the scorer's table. Quick pass, 3-ball on the way, back heel, no good. Gogolowski pulls off the miss. Jackson wants to run, crosses the timeline, looks to go inside out, behind his back, draws a double, works, finds a man. Young off the dribble, looking to find Jackson, knocked away. Packers in the passing lane, that one's ripped. Jackson stole it, 2-on-1. Young got rejected, but a foul is called. Boy, a gritty basketball game we are seeing right now. Steal one way, and then Reed City comes right back. Jackson just ripped it right out of his hands, trying to get in transition, creates a 2-on-1, and now Gabe Young, a fine shooter, will go to the stripe.
Again, it's not for lack of trying. Reed City doing anything and everything they can to stay in this one. Got to give them credit. Got to find a way to make the free ones. They've missed their last 3 here.
Miss there from Young off the front. Chance to make this an 8-point Fremont lead. On the way, back heel. Offensive board, put back, no. Bounces around. Fremont's got it in the midst, they're running. Up ahead, looks for a man, finds it. Crosley in the corner, they rotate it up top, all the way back to the corner. Firing is Hansen, no good. Offensive rebound again for the Packers. Reverse dribble and scores. 30-19, Fremont is finding a way with second chance points. They lead by 11, 2:25 to go in the half.
And that's just wanting it more right there. Crosley, number 10, no bigger than 5'8", 5'9", banging around with the bigs down and getting an offensive rebound and a putback. Can't let those things happen.
This one on the way, no good. Lockhart battling under the rim. Reverse, beautiful. That's what the Mikan drill was made for. Right underneath, Lockhart with the putback. 9-point deficit. Reed City really needs some points here in the final 2 minutes.
That stops the bleeding a little bit for Reed City right there.
Try to get some confidence, short line. Tried to get it, was Gogo. Rotate around, Powell, quick off the fire, and hits it. Got to find where 4 is at all times. He's got the Packers up by 12, 33-21. Final 90 seconds here of the half. Sommers on the catch, inside, Gogo, mid-range, in and out, rattled all the way home and bounced out. Fremont runs again, trying to go quickly, moves it around. Open man in the corner, no good, wide to the left. It's a clean look. You don't want to see Crosley take too many of those kind of looks. Jackson through a double, spins, draws a foul. Jackson calls his own number and gets himself to the stripe here. We'll see now. They can get this to within 10, 33-21, 2 at the lineup coming for Lando.
Gotta hope he makes these just so he can see the ball go through the bucket. He's been held scoreless through the first 15 minutes here. And you would like to see Landon be able to put the ball in the hole here. Maybe this feeds some confidence for him going forward because they really need him to start putting the ball in the hole.
On the way, got it. Rolls off the front and bounces home. Whole slew of subs for both teams. We got 6 new bodies on the floor. Irvin and Johnston in for Reed City. Packers will bring in that, you would call in hockey terms, the second line to see if they can counter here. Powell will check off as well as Crosley. Big thanks to Lake Osceola State Bank, your local bank supporting our community. They're dropping dimes just like the Coyotes on the floor. That one's good, 23-33. Reed City trails by 10. Final 60 seconds here of the half. Trying to get a response defensively. Koistra up top for Holst. Holst moves it around, looks inside. Great job there underneath in the zone. Mid-range, a long two, nothing. Hit nothing on the way through an air ball. Jackson behind his back, looks, finds a man. Sommers back for Jackson. He'll hold with 45. Jackson wants a screen. He's got it from Irvin. Over for Sommers. Steps into a three. Got it! Big time connection. Want to see that more from Sommers. 33 seconds. Fremont drop step back outside, dribbling in. Round to the wing. Bounce pass for Holst. Trying to shovel it back to a man does. All the way around. Great defense. Landon tries to go for a steal and a foul is called with 20.7.
That's okay.
Not a bad foul.
You've got one to give, and you could hear Coach Powell for Fremont over here screaming, "We want to hold it for one." That's a risk you're willing to take. It's Landon Jackson's first foul of the half. That's an aggressive play. You get that steal and that pick six, you're cutting it to 5 going into to halftime, and that would be a big deal.
That's a massive difference indeed. As we go along, 10 seconds to go. Fremont around the horn, finds a man to the wing, bounces inside for Zerlot, knocked away for Koistra, still got it back, tangled up, and a foul is called. 2 coming up for Fremont. Reed City thought they had the palms on the basketball. 2 chances upcoming here for the Packers in the hands of Koistra.
That's one of the ones where you've seen that happen to the Coyotes, and that call didn't get made. I thought that was a good battle for the ball there. Unfortunate whistle for the Coyotes.
On the way, that one bounces right off the front of the rim and drops through the nylon. 3.2 seconds to go in the half. We'll get some scores around the league for you, as well as a lot of our 5:30 matchups here around Michigan in some notable games. District play begins. Missing, putback is good from Zerlon. Just when the Coyotes had a sniff, Packers make it double digits at the break. 36-26 Fremont. Reed City trails going into the half, and especially like we heard it earlier on, Coach Walsh was adamant they got to want it. You got to probably admit Fremont wanted it more in that first half.
Yeah, absolutely. The hustle plays, diving on the floor, shuffling your feet, making it difficult to score, as well as at least the 10 offensive rebounds they've had. That's been the game changer. You take away a few of those, and this is a one-possession ball game. The Coyotes might even be up. Got to take care of the boards in the second half if you want a chance.
We will see what they have in mind. 36-26 in favor of Fremont over Reed City. We'll be back with our halftime report, scores around the league, stats, and more coming up next right here on Big Country 100.9.
My name is Dr. Jessica Reed. I'm an internal medicine physician here at Michigan Primary Care Partners. I chose internal medicine because I like to keep track of the patients. So as a specialist, I would only be able to control one aspect of their condition, but as a primary care physician, I can see the whole spectrum of the patient and follow them throughout their life, as well as make an actual impact on their life and lifestyle. Michigan Primary Care Partners is accepting new patients as well as same-day and next-day appointments. For more information, visit MichiganPrimaryCarePartners.com.
Rides to the doctor, rides to treatments, rides to PT. MOTA offers rides to wellness. If you're in need of reliable transportation for your medical appointment, contact MOTA as far as 6 months in advance. MOTA proudly serves Mecosta and Osceola counties with travel limits as far as 100 miles outside the county area, as well as the greater Ann Arbor area. Rides to wellness pickups are available 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Visit MOTAonline.com or call 231-796-4896. That's 231-796-4896.
Not everyone learns best in a traditional classroom. For 11 years, Big Rapids Virtual School has been the area's leading provider of online education. We offer flexible, personalized instruction for all students, from kindergarten through graduation. Students have access to instruction 24/7, as well as instructional support, in-home or in person, from our experienced staff. If you are a public school student or a homeschool family that is interested in our curriculum, resources, and supports, find us online for more information. brps.org. BRVS. Anytime, any place, any way, any pace.
Save 30, 40, 50, even up to 80% off local restaurants, auto repair, services, things to do, health and fitness, and more. Bernie's Place, Cranker's Brewery, Monkey Shine Kennels, Hungry Howie's Pizza, Routley Septic, Big Rapids Farm and Garden, Big B Coffee, Grand Hill Ranch, BR Fitness Plus, Bell's Coffee, and so much more. BigDealsBR.com is your first stop when shopping locally. Sign up for weekly Big Deal sales so you never miss a deal. BigDealsBR.com, where you shop for local savings.
When quality counts, you can count on us.
At Quality Car and Truck Repair, maintenance and repairs on your vehicle are done by techs who have the training, the tools, and digital diagnostics to do it right. Call or make your appointment online today. Quality Car and Truck Repair, 220th Avenue off Perry, just west of 131, Big Rapids.
Hey, it's Ben with Sam's Disposal with some garbage etiquette for you. While not required, it's always best when you bag your trash. Sam's Disposal can take bagless trash, but bagless trash can leave a mess on a windy day. Please clear a space around your can so we can get to your trash fast. That includes snow, leaves, bodies, or whatever. Please don't let your dogs help us take out the trash. While we know they're just trying to help, dogs have not evolved into helping take out trash. Whether you want to follow these suggestions or not, it's up to you. But when you want your trash reliably, consistently, and all the time removed, call Sam's Disposal at 231-796-2952.
In the year 2017, an innocent man accused of a crime has a choice: hard time or prime time.
Ugh, I didn't do it, and now my car's suspension is kaput like a running man.
Fortunately, the Napa certified technicians at Johnson's Automotive can fix the suspension, replace the tires, even replace the brakes on any make or model.
I told Damian Killian I would be back.
Johnson's Automotive, Northland Drive, Big Rapids. Schedule service online at johnsonsautobr.com.
Killian, here is Sub-Zero. Now Plane Zero.
American Legion Post 98 Baseball returns to the Diamond next summer. The area's best players assemble to compete with some of the nation's best American Legion teams. Ty Gielczak, Noah Sweppenheiser, Kurt Wilbur, John Lazinski, Carson Rakoff, and Brody Osaski return along with Novego's Russell Toft, Reed City's Caleb Sommer, Sten's Emmett Ligman, and Everett's Aiden Anderson, plus new talent Lucas Johnson of Everett, Ian Metzgert, and Kobe Franklin of Cadillac, and even Parker Billings of Fulton. The team has athleticism, speed, power, IQ, and talent to make up the 2025 Post 98 AA Ducks. Post 98 American Legion Baseball is supported by Hamtech, SMC Electrical Services, Hunty's Clubhouse, Filler Insurance, the Rakoff family, Old and Air Quality Professionals of Dundee, Brown's Barbershop, the Big Rapids Media Network, and BBR Mobile Home Setup. Shout out to Peter. Without the community support, there would be no American Legion Baseball in Big Rapids. From all the players and coaches, thank you for your support. Find the Post 98 schedule at 98baseball.com.
Welcome back here to Newaygo High School. Our halftime report presented by Big Rapids Public Schools. Big thanks goes out to Moda Rides to Wellness. Moda provides reliable transportation for medical appointments as far as 100 miles outside the county area. Visit modaonline.net for more. Big thanks to Sam's Disposal. They'll reliably take out the trash just like Sam's Disposal. Sam's will never leave you. They care. They told me and paid me to write that. So you take that as you wish with Sam's Disposal, a great sponsor of playoff basketball. Some scores around the league, 21-13 the score that we have from
23-16.
23-16, there you go. That's why Blake gets paid the big bucks. Mona Shores and Cedar Springs right now, we assume. The home and guest makes it hard when you're in a neutral venue, but we assume the Sailors are on top right now. Well, we'll obviously keep track of that game. Lakeview is in action at 5:30. They're taking on the Ravenna Bulldogs, 32-20 in favor of Ravenna at the start of the third quarter. And at halftime, White Cloud leads Shelby early on, so we'll see if the Indians can continue maybe a potential postseason run.
Yes.
Most of the other great games that we'll have at the 7 o'clock halftime. A lot of those games coming up. Tri-County taking on Comstock Park. You obviously got Chip Hills and Clare, Manistee, Hesperia, St. John, Central Montcalm. A lot of good games coming up at 7 o'clock. We'll get you some scores there. Halftime here with 4 minutes to go before we resume the second half. 36-26 in favor of the Fremont Packers over Reed City. Reddick Powell has shot the basketball very, very well for Fremont, but when he's missed or the other guys miss, they've cleaned up the glass, almost double-digit offensive rebounds in that half.
Yeah, and they're doing it at will, and that's kind of the tough thing, right? Because Reed City's playing that zone, and it's, unless you are vintage Syracuse like we were talking about on a break, it's very difficult to rebound out of a 2-3 zone. Because there's just a lot of little gaps that the ball just seems to fall in, and Fremont's taking advantage of that. And, you got to give Reddick Powell credit. Not only is he hunting or making shots, he's shooting the ball with confidence. He is hunting shots. His teammates are trying to find him. 4 triples in that first half with another two other 2-point field goals for a total of 16 in the first half. And then you look at the Reed City star and Landon Jackson with only a couple of points. And don't get me wrong, he's got 4 assists, a couple of steals, a couple of rebounds. He's done other good things. But if Reed City wants to find a way to win this ball game and move on and play a really, really good Ludington team on Wednesday, Landon's got to get going, and they got to find a way to rebound the basketball in the second half.
They did a good job at the start of the game getting some second looks. Fremont putting more emphasis on condensing the bottom half of their zone in towards the paint, getting them some more rebounds. Reed City's been kind of spread out through the first half as the Coyotes actually just making their way downstairs onto the floor for halftime. Fremont's have gotten some shots up here for the last 30 seconds or so. Overall from Reed City, I think you're absolutely right. You're seeing great things. Roan Johnson's had a great start to this game. Rebounds, putbacks, getting to the line. You've seen some good scrappy stuff inside from some of those guys. Gogolowski as well as Jackson there when he's kind of been playing the point in that zone. But you need those guys, right? Gabe Young, Asher Dusham to make some shots, and then Landon get going a little bit. The outside casts have supported, but you just got to get some more scoring threats across the perimeter for Reed City if they want to climb back in this one.
Yeah, and you got to give Fremont credit. They started out in that press. Reed City broke it pretty easily. Anytime you break a press, you should punish it, right? You should try and find a way to score. And Fremont has actually done a good job. If you notice, after the first couple of possessions, they just dropped back, played that 2-3 zone. And it's not necessarily giving Reed City fits, but they're playing right in their hand. They're shooting a lot of outside shots, which I know they're capable of doing. But every once in a while, you got to find a way to get a layup out of the zone. They did screen the middle of the zone there one time and got to the line. But again, you got to convert free throws. But the biggest thing is you have to limit second chance opportunities. Because the only guy who's really making his first attempt every time down the floor right now is Reddick Powell. He's the guy that you've got to get a hand up. He might be a guy that you're no catch in the second half because anytime that he can catch and shoot or catch and take that rhythm dribble with his left hand, he's hitting nothing but the bottom of the net. But again, like Coach Walsh said, it's that effort thing. You've got to find a way to rebound. You're playing for the last 16 minutes of your season here. And, for Landon Jackson, alone seeing the last 16 minutes of his career. Do you want to go out tonight, or do you want to find a way to move on representing the CSAA and go and play a really good Ludington team on Wednesday? So you got 16 minutes to sort it out. And hopefully find a way to get a win out of it.
Yeah.
But it's a tough battle.
It's a tough battle indeed. Two teams that have played each other, right, 17 times since 2010. Fremont has had the advantage. Reed City has played better in the series over the last 5 years. So we'll see how Reed City responds coming out of the half. Before we get going in the final 20 seconds, big thanks. Big Rapids Daily News. Get your local news straight into your inbox. Emails, alert, the whole 9 yards. Big thanks to the Rundown, myself, Blake, as well as coaches, athletes, giving you the fix on what's going on in CSAA hoops. Looking to expand that as well, maybe into next year as well. Big thanks to BRN and 10-minute school closing guarantee. Find out if your school is closed with BigRapidsDailyNews.com, as well as the Morning Rush with Aaron on Y102 weeknights, weekdays from 6 to 10. Mornings with Etch on Big Country 100.9, 6 to 10 in the mornings, as well as our other two sports on WBRN, Red Wings hockey, and just starting up, Detroit Tiger baseball. You can find that 96.5 FM as well as 1460 AM. Back to action we go. Fremont going quickly, throwing it up and trying to save it, and it goes right to the Coyotes. A turnover. Asher floats it over to the corner for Irvin. Irvin for Jackson. Jackson's open. Fires a three. No good. Battling for the rebound. Gogolowski had it for a minute. Fremont snatches it back now. They're going to run. Carrying it across. Seeing what they can get here in the second half. Round the horn. On the top, they move it. Crossways down low. McLean flips, and a foul is called. This one might go here on Johnston. We'll wait and see. If that's his third foul.
It is.
It is on Johnston, so that's his third. Coach Walsh, no signs of sending him to the bench. He's going to keep him in the ball game here. And at this point in the second half, you've got to establish something before you can start getting some reserves in. So he's going to have to play careful here over the next couple minutes. And a correction, it is actually Mawson Green. 13 will be at the line. McLean will go into rebound 33 on that last layup attempt. First one is up and good for Fremont. Post 98 Charity Stripe, the proud sponsor. The area's best players play for Post 98. Find out more at 98baseball.com. Second one flips it up. That one in and out, no good. Jackson plucks off the miss. Sam's disposal rebound. Stops at the top. Duchamp had it picked off. He was looking for Johnson and stared him down on the pass. McLean rejected. Lando sent it back to the sideline. And they'll keep the basketball. Fremont tried to save it, not able to do so. Careless turnover, but a great hustle play from your best man in Jackson.
Yeah, I really like Landon Jackson's game. He's doing a little bit of everything for the guys right now. It's a tough go of it, but give him credit. He's still working his tail off.
Gogolowski had it rejected out of bounds. Just trying to move into the paint that time. Jackson went off the screen, and he saw 3 guys coming towards to try to stop. Subs coming in here for Reed City. Should say 1 sub, rather. Gabe Young will check in for Jaden Irving. Gogolowski trying to post in. They get it to him. Shot fake up top. No, just missed it. Battling toward the baseline. Fremont snags it, and they're going out and running. Green to the right hand. Up strong. A foul is called.
That's on Johnston.
It's on Johnston. That's his 4th. So Jared Lockhart now will go to the table to check in. That's a massive loss the way this game has started off. 6:43 to go in the 3rd. You're going to see your freshman going to the bench here. Lockhart will check in. First one is pretty much as good as it gets from Green. I don't even think that touched the net. Went straight up and straight down. Irvin is also going to check in at the table here. We'll see if he gets Young again. It looks like he will. So quick change there. Gabe Young gives a couple solid minutes there for Coach Walsh. Back to the stripe. Upcoming goes Green. Fires. This one good. 39-26. Fremont leads it here in the opening round of District 35 action. Asher over for Landon. Landon over on the wing, back for Irvin. Irvin, Duchamp over, trying to see if he can find Landon. Landon sees a double. Over for Lockhart. Back for Asher. Asher holds. Landon trying to dribble. That one goes off of his toe. Kicked right to the Packers. Running away, lays it up, and a score. Crosley puts in a 2, 41-26. Jackson pressuring, tries to draw a foul. That one's knocked away. Lockhart had it knocked out of bounds. This one will stay, I believe, with Reed City. That will be the call on the floor. So Coach Walsh has a chance in here. Try to get the inbound play in. Reed City looks a little discombobulated. They're trying to be almost a little bit too aggressively right now after giving up a couple first points to Fremont. They get into Gogolowski, bounce pass for Duchamp. Over inside, mid-range, had it blocked. Lockhart tried to grab it, knocked away by the Packers. They got a 5-on-4 if they hurry. Up ahead, man in the corner. Powell for 3, in and out, no good. A good look for Powell. Lockhart has some trouble getting it in. They get it into Irvin. Irvin back over. The freshman Asher Duchamp will now bring it across. 5:40 to go in the 3rd, 41-26 our score. Reed City trails. Jackson up top towards the arc. Gogolowski left alone, tries to drop step and draws a foul. Nice job there from Gogolowski. This one will likely be on Green. Wait the official confirmation here from our official. It indeed will be on Mawson Green, the sophomore. So 2 upcoming for Gogolowski. 2nd foul on Green to the charity stripe, and for Reed City, especially trying to get back at this margin, must makes here. First one up on the way. That one is good. Get the freebies when you can. Young is in. Irvin off once again. Quick changes, almost offense-defense here for Coach Walsh. Early in this game might seem a little unorthodox, but considering, right, trying to get any stop and any score you can is imperative right now. Fremont continuing that run from the early part of the 2nd quarter in through the 3rd quarter with a 13-point lead. Second one was good from Gogolowski. Fremont will move it around. Crosley over to the other wing, back around. Sherman gives it over, now into the hands of Powell. Short corner, trying to go up top, nothing there. Caught at the nail, backing out towards the wing. Holding is Sherman. Moves it all the way around for Powell on a shot fake. Driving, and swatted. Jackson got a block. Fremont gets it back, however. Powell in trouble, skips the pass, finds a man, and a timeout is called. Looks like Coach Powell burned it before that shot went up and missed. Mota timeout. We will take one too. We'll be back after this right here on WBRN.
This is playoff basketball on Big Country.
This community is Lake Osceola State Bank. Every day, Lake Osceola State Bank brings personalized local banking to individuals, families, and businesses, with every decision made right here at home. With 12 convenient locations across Osceola, Mecosta, Lake County, and beyond, we're here to support you every step of the way. Visit us in person or explore more at losb.com. Lake Osceola State Bank, where customer care and community support come first. Member FDIC.
Fremont's got it in bounds. We are back. 4:56 to go in the third quarter. 41-28 our score. Fremont leads it here in Newaygo. Long three. Got it. Right out of the timeout. They drew it up perfectly. Sherman was left alone on a long three, and he still hit it. Now Coach Walsh is going to counter the timeout of his own. Boy, that's a massive hit right there, right out of the timeout. Just takes any momentum Reed City had, wind out of the sails completely right there.
Yeah, you know, you look at the scoreboard, it's 41-28. You're playing defense to the point where they're like, hey, we need to take a timeout. They draw something up perfectly, and they knocked out a jump shot. Just demoralizing. You know, and Coach Walsh in the timeout here has got to tell Reed City, listen, there's no shot we can take that's going to get us 16 points. We got to chip away. So if I'm a coach here, my goal is let's get it under 10 heading into that fourth quarter, and then all bets are off from there. But that's your goal right now, is cut this lead to single digits and give yourself a shot in the fourth quarter.
4:43 to do that. Big thanks goes out to Big Rapids Daily News, The Rundown, as well as Dazos Digital, Tiger Baseball and WBRN, Red Wings Hockey and WBRN, as well as our great supporters at New Horizon Landscaping and Post 98 Baseball. You can find out more with New Horizon Landscape. Visit them in Big Rapids over there by Trinity Fellowship Church, as well as Legion Post 98. You can visit 98baseball.com. Back to the floor. We got 10 ready for action once again. Reed City will control the basketball, trying to get any momentum here going into the fourth quarter. Jackson gets it on the wing, over for Young, cross away. Duchamp over for Young, on a drop step towards the elbow, backs it out. Jackson goes around, backs out, finds a man. Lockhart lost it through his mitts, trying to grab the basketball. Powell is shaken up. He took a hit from Lockhart trying to get that basketball back, walking gingerly. Fremont in a little bit of trouble. That one knocked away by Jackson. Fremont gets it back towards the short corner, in trouble. Trapped there is Crosley. They get it back in bounds, and Reddick Powell is now sitting on the floor. He is hurt. 3 on the way is good from Fremont, and Coach Powell is going to take a timeout just to get some subs on the floor. Don't want to see that if you're the Fremont Packers. See your star shooter and point guard take a hit like that from Lockhart. He is shaken up. They get the subs on. Back to basketball. Quickly we go. 3:56 to go. Fremont has extended the lead to 19. Reed City, do or die. Got to start a run quickly. On a pass fake. Duchamp towards the corner for Gogolowski. Gogolowski flips it up and draws the foul. This one will go against Green, and I believe that's now pushing up into trouble for him unless they give it on another man. Yeah, they're going to give it to a different man, it looks like. So Hansen will take the burden and pick up his first foul. For Fremont, that's a big foul because that would have been the third on Green, another key contributor. First one up on the way is short from Gogolowski. Going to need another. Sommers is in. Replaces Lockhart. Sherman is off, replaced by Kuistra, who will make his way on once again. Coach Powell's team firing on all cylinders. Coach Walsh's team needs a response in a hurry. Gogolowski got the free throw. Full court pressure now from Reed City. Got to see if you can get a turnover. Full court man-to-man. Trying to drive by is Hulse, the freshman. Bounced it off a knee, taken away. Reed City with a takeaway. 2-on-2. Jackson floats it and scores it. Got it to fall off the rim.
Landon Jackson's first field goal of the game.
Trying to trap into the corner is Jackson, and does beautifully. Knocked it out of bounds. Fremont will get it back. Nice job there by Jackson. Corral into the corner, and then he used that 45 angle to the sideline very well that time, able to poke it away. Young goes for the steal, misses it. Nice give and go for Fremont. Turn back. Trying to save it are the Packers. Knocked away by Jackson, and the Fremont will keep the possession. A little bit more fire in this Reed City defense going for deflections, and obviously, I'm sure Coach Walsh, after that last stoppage, saying, hey, we got to go for everything at this point. We got to get turnovers and turn them into points.
Well, you see the press is bothering Fremont, but right there, again, you force a tough shot, it's a miss, and you give up another offensive rebound. You have to pretty much force them to be one and done on the offensive end at this point.
Trying to spin as Holst gives it up. Powell back into the ball game after shaking up. He'll fire a mid-range. That one's no good. Great positioning and fight underneath. Sommers might be the guilty party of a foul against Kuistra. That shot was so short, went right to the big man under the rim.
And, you know, those shots that either graze the rim or air balls, the toughest ones to rebound. You can be in great position and just falls into an opposing player's lap like that one did.
Underneath, Kuistra again. He's double-teamed now. Lost it through the wickets. Fremont goes up, and a foul is called. We'll see who they book this one on. Hansen will go to the stripe. Sommers is going to pick it up. That's his second. 2:54 to go in the third quarter. Big thanks goes out to our great friends over at Sam's Disposal, as well as Moto Mikasa Soil Transit Authority, Lake Osceola State Bank, Post 98 Baseball, Schuberg Insurance, and Extremely Clean in Big Rapids. This one bounces off the rim. Second one up coming for Hansen. Missed a couple free throws, but they've been pretty solid from the stripe. Seen a lot of shots, especially for Green. He's knocked some down. Powell's been to the line once or twice. Hansen trying to add to it, and does. 48-31, the lead is 17 for the Packers. 2:50 go in the third. Reed City needs a lot and not a lot of time. Young, bounce pass for Jackson. Trying to go through the double team, crosses, sees a double, skip pass. Duchamp, mid-range, steps in, fires, back heel. Young with the offensive rebound. Gets another possession. Jackson lost it, almost knocked away, picks up his dribble, throws it back across. Trying to move it around. Sommers against the zone. Throws back for Lando. Lando, bounce pass for Gogo. Back up top for Gabe Young. Off the dribble. Tries to find a man and does. Jackson, spot up three. That one is short. Hustling for it. Landon saves it. Throws it back up. Sommers catches it in the mitts. A third chance for Reed City. This is what they've been waiting for against the zone. A couple looks on a possession. Gogolowski driving. Almost lost it. Gets it back. Asher for three. That one front iron, no good. Fremont finally gets a defensive rebound. Holst is pestered there by Jackson trying to go for the back tap. Still driving it. Bounce pass inside. And a foul is called late on that block attempt. This one might go. Man, that's a tough one there. Good positioning, just not able to keep the arm away. That's the fourth on Asher Duchamp. That's a tough one for the freshman. You need him in this game to shoot. First one's up and good with 1:49 to go in the third.
Yeah, just a lot of things, you know, bouncing in the Packers' way tonight. You know, Fremont trying, like I said, they're going to pull out everything they can. Now they're playing with the pressure, but if that pressure gets beaten, you're going to give up opportune looks. And that's what happened on that last possession there.
This one up and good. Makes it a 50-31 basketball game here in Newaygo. District 35 quarterfinal. Reed City needs some shots to fall. Young surveys, pivot foot, back to him from Sommers. Asher Holt, skip pass for Gogolowski. He'll rotate it around the horn. Good ball movement. Asher for three. Front iron, no good. Possession will stay with Reed City after a bounce out of bounds on the baseline. Chance for Reed City to get something set up here. Sub for Fremont. Colston Beitendorf will make his way on. A senior will relieve Reddick Powell for the time being. Clear out, open man. Young for three. That one won't fall. Great shot, just missed that one. Reed City quality looks. The last 2 minutes have not fell through the cylinder. Chance for Fremont to extend it. Drop step inside. Koistra missed it. Follow up. No. Teeters another rebound. Ripped away by Sommers. 60 seconds to go in the quarter. Quick pass for Jackson. Jab step in the lane. Not able to get the shot to drop it. A foul was called. We'll check the whistle here. And yes, it's going to be a foul. And it's called on Beitendorf. So that will be his first foul. 59.5 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Jackson gets two upcoming. First one from the 98 charity stripe. That one's no good off the front of the rim. Wayne and Irvin are in. Sommers and Young are off. Likely for the remainder of the third quarter. Another one upcoming here for Jackson. Takes his dribbles, spins, winds, fires, short, but this one bounces home. 18-point lead for Fremont. Reed City going to a pressure look. Beitendorf pestered by Irvin, trying to get a handoff and does to Holst. The freshman tries to go downhill, finds a man across the way, on a screen. Koistra draws a foul. So Jackson will pick up his second, 46.1, and that is the fifth on Reed City. So 2 upcoming for Fremont, who have hit some good foul shots here tonight so far. Big thanks goes out to our great supporters this postseason long, especially here on Big Country 100.9, including Johnson's Automotive, Michigan Primary Care Partners, Moda, the McConaughey, so a Transit Authority, Schuberg Insurance Agency, Quality Car and Truck Repair, Extremely Clean, as well as Cook's Tree Service. Thank you for your support of local basketball. 2 for 2 go the Packers at the stripe. 45 seconds to go, 20-point Fremont lead. Jackson on a handoff. Duchamp for Wayne. Wayne surveys, looks for a man, finds Jackson. Jackson off a screen. Duchamp over to the corner. Wayne thought about the corner triple. Now will drive, in trouble. Finds Gogolowski. Short corner baseline, draws a foul. So Gogolowski will now go to the stripe, draws a foul that time. You can see when Peyton catches that basketball and he goes to the rim, he's going to go up as fast as he can. And Fremont, they're just trying to come over and try to make a play, get in position, block the basketball, and they're late every time. So Gogolowski now with a chance here. Need a couple conversions. First one up here from Peyton is good. Makes it 19 now with 27.5 to go in the third.
You know, see if you can make this and then get a couple of steals to cut off or to end the half or the quarter, and get back into it. See if you can cut it to under, 16.
Gogo makes the second, makes it 18. They'll pressure full court heavy now on the inbounds. Push off there from Holst against Gogolowski, staying in front, and a steal, but a foul is called on Gogolowski. Ooh. Very frustrated. He looked like he was in a good spot, and Holst was just getting in there with the guard arm, and Gogo tried to push it away, fell in the process. So now Holst will go to the line, the freshman here, to try to get it back to 20 with 19.7 to go. Young is going to walk over to the table here for Reed City. First on the way from Holst is good.
Give Fremont credit. They're starting 2 sophomores, and they're playing a freshman significant minutes. This is a young group with a ton of potential.
Fremont awaits the second. First one goes there for Holst. Second one wide to the left, and a violation anyway. Wouldn't have counted. Fremont went too early for the rebound. Lane violation is the call. 19.7. Reed City need one to fall in this possession. A 3 would be preferable, but just a good look and confidence is especially needed. Jackson surveys, finds a man. Dusham inside. Gogolowski missed the layup. No contact called, and a foul is called the other way. Gogolowski was trying to just stand upright, and Fremont just got right back up and hit him on the way through. So Gogolowski, no choice but picks it up, and that's his second. And right back on the Packers to the line with 5 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Just nothing going Reed City's way tonight. Gogolowski gets probably the best look he's had all night and just doesn't go down. And then to compound that, he fouls. Just trying to be over-aggressive and get the ball. Just a tough third quarter for the Coyotes.
Beitendorf first on the way, no good. 4.6 seconds to go in the third. Second one awaits at the post 98 charity stripe. On the way, got it. 54-34. Quick outlet with 4, with 3. Jackson fires a 3. Thought he was fouled. No call. Gogolowski throws up an effort. Now good. That's the end of 3 here from Newaygo. Reed City's got a lot of work to do. They trail 54-34 here in the first round of the district playoffs. We'll be back after this break right here on WBRN.
Big Rapids Cardinal fans, Auto Owners Insurance and Schuberg Insurance Agency is a winning combination. We'll work with you to ensure your home, auto, business, and life to keep everything you value safe, sound, and secure. Auto Owners Insurance, the no problem people. Visit us at SchubergAgency.com. And don't forget to like us on Facebook. Schuberg Insurance Agency. Community-driven, policyholder-focused, education-based. Let's go Cards.
Got a towering tree that's just too close for comfort? Cook's Tree Service has the expertise and equipment to handle even the toughest jobs, including crane removals with the tallest crane in the area. Call Cook's Tree Service, 231-796-2908.
This is playoff basketball on Big Country.
Welcome back here to Newaygo High School. Brandon Worth, Blake Thomas joining you here on the call. A lot of work to do for Reed City, entering the final 8 minutes of action. For those following along on Big Rapids Daily News Twitter, you can get the scores and updates of this game as well as the next game. Big Rapids going to square off against Newaygo here in just about what will be probably the next 30 to 40 minutes. This one on the way. Good from Landon. Big time shot from the free throw stripe. That's a massive hit right out of the quarter break for the Coyotes. Can they turn one into 2 or 3? That's been the story of the night. Fremont has done that. Reed City have not been as successful. Round the horn go the Packers. Cross the way, holds as Crosley. Dribbling up top. Duchan, great job shading him. Here comes the trap. Powell throws, intercepted into the hands of Jackson. Rolls, finds a man. Oh, what a play! He lobbed it, and a nice lay-in from Young. What a great play. 4 right out of the timeout. Wow, that's huge. Coach Walsh takes his timeout as well.
That's as good a start as you could hope for to the fourth quarter for the Coyotes. 36 seconds in, and you've got the lead back under 20. You're on your little 4-0 run here. Going to be drawing up the press. Coach Walsh take as many timeouts as he can. You can't go home with them. So look for the pressure to continue and look for the Coyotes to see if they can cut it to 10 with 4 minutes left. But you've got to value every possession defensively. I think for this to work out, you've got to find a way to keep Fremont under 60 for the rest of the game.
You're going to have to get stops for stops for stops. They've had a couple here and there, but they have not done a good enough job compared to what Fremont has done in stretching these runs out. Fremont has made some 7-8-0 runs. Reed City, a couple 4-5-0 runs, but very limited. They're going to have to throw a wrinkle. Likely, if I know Coach Walsh, he's got something dialed in here for the final 7 minutes. A very experienced coach. We'll see what he has in mind. Going to pick up here on a zone. Almost a 2-2-1-esque look to try to trap it. Fremont, quick flip on the way, got it. Great response out of that timeout from Fremont, and a big hit right there on the floater. Jackson trying to dribble around a man, not able to do so. Asher from deep, that one back heel, no good. Fremont plucks the miss, and a foul is called on Jackson. He knocked the ball out of the hands there of Powell, and it went off his shoe, but the foul was called first, so Jackson will pick up his third. Subs in here. Wayne is in for Reed City. Johnston will also check back in. He was in foul trouble early on in this game with 4, so now he plays until one more foul or the clock hits 0. Fremont gets it in here. Crosley waits, the trap incoming. Shading, Dusham gets it over to McLean. Lob pass, knocked away, but out of bounds. Reed City had a perfect read, but just not able to catch it.
That's the perfect example right there. They do everything. They get a deflection, and instead of bouncing into a Coyote player's hand, it goes out of bounds. It's just been one of those nights where you name it, it's gone wrong for the Coyotes.
Open look, missed on the doorstep that time from Powell. Rebound controlled by Fremont again. Nice passing inside out. McLean, and a foul is called, and it's going to be on 12. So Roan Johnston, if the confirmation is up on the big board, that is number 5 for the freshman. Monstrous start to this game, provided 7, I believe, of the first 12 Reed City points. And his night comes to an end. Irvin's going to have to take his spot.
Yeah, just a tough go. Roan Johnson, with a ton of potential, super high ceiling, just, got stuck in a tough position playing in the middle of that zone. And when you let all of that penetration into the middle, you give up some offensive boards, there's nothing you can do but foul. Great performance by that young man. Tough to see him foul out with this much time left.
First one is good from McLean. He's going for a second. Make it 20 again, and does. 58-38, 6:39 to go. Reed City will get it inbound for Jackson. Gogolowski will trail. Quick one to the corner. Asher against the zone. Trying to pass for Jackson, gets it back for Jackson, and draws a foul. We'll see who they book here. There were 2 guys in the area. It actually looked like Green and Crosley were looking at each other. This one's going to go on Green. That's his third. They both looked at each other, almost did the Spider-Man meme. It's on you. No, it's on you. But it's going to end up going to Green. That's his third, one to keep track of here as we progress. Landon on the way. Got it. First one is good from the 98 charity stripe. Big thanks also go out to Schuberg Insurance Agency from downtown. Head downtown in Big Rapids for Schuberg Insurance Agency, the most trusted name in insurance in Big Rapids. First one on the way. Second one is good from Landon. Makes it 18 once again. Reed City using the charity stripe to try to push this game forward, try to claw their way back. Dissecting, great pass. Oh, what a pump fake. Not able to score. Offensive rebound, but I think he might have traveled first.
No, they're calling a foul.
No, they called a foul instead. Well, I'll tell you what. Both teams, both coaches looking over, very frustrated, rightfully so. It's been a very tight ball game. Any incidental contact has resulted almost in 2 shots. Ball on the deck, almost a travel, taken away. Irvin had his mitts on it. Looking to run is Jackson. Euros in the lane. Not going to get it to drop all the way around the cylinder. Trouble on the deck. Reed City's got it back. Wayne for Jackson. Rip through. Looks for a man. Wayne thought about shooting. Gets it over to Dusham in the corner. Dusham, step back on the midi. No good. Irvin, no on the putback. Gogo is fouled. No basket. So this is going to result, looks like, in the second foul for Fremont. It was before the shot. Gogolowski pleading his case that he was shooting, but they're going to say that it was beforehand. Sub come in. McLean is off. Holst will check in. Reed City will try to get it inbound. They get it in. Asher floats it. Good look, turn back. Landon just takes away the rebound. He'll step back on a mid-range. That one goes short. Fremont picks up the miss. Trying to run now. Gets by Jackson. Chased into the corner. Gets it back out. Holst almost had it ripped away. Fremont gets it back. Shot fake. No, traveled first. Turnover for Green. Shuffled his feet before he got moving that time. Still holding the basketball. Sub back in here. Offense, defense, it looks like for Coach Powell. The rest of the way, maybe. McLean is in. Might seem a little weird being up, obviously, 18, but you got to think, of course, keeping guys fresh, especially for Wednesday.
Yes. This one, I unfortunately, I think Fremont can just take their time and run this one down. 18 points in 5 minutes, really tough to do. But if you're going to do it, this is what you got to do. You got to get to the line. You got to make foul shots for the sole fact that the clock doesn't run, and you get free points that way.
So a foul is called. Gogolowski now will have his chance at the line after being turned back last time. 2 coming up for Gogo to make it 16 with 5:13 to go. Gogo takes his time, winds, fires, shorted it. Just off the front of the iron. Wayne and Sommers are in, Young and Irvin off. Offense, defense, last-ditch efforts here for Coach Walsh and company.
Peyton Gogolowski, this is his 12th free throw attempt. He's done a great job of getting to the line. He's made about half of them, maybe just over half.
Gogo's second. Drops. Straight string music. 58-41. Trying to pressure on the trap. They get it in. Fremont breaks it. Throws it to the corner. Powell knocked away, but it'll stay with Fremont. Great hustle there from the Coyotes, but Fremont will keep the possession. See what kind of defense they run here. Big thanks goes out to Lake Osceola State Bank. Your local bank supports the community, including the Coyotes and the Cardinals. Find out more with Lake Osceola State Bank near you. This one missing up ahead. Open man. Jackson lays it in. Timeout, Coach Walsh. 58-43. That's a big bucket. They forced a bad shot. Got out and ran and turned into 2.
Yeah, anytime you can take easy buckets like that, you take them. And, you cut it to 15 again. If you can find a way to cut this to 10 with 4 minutes to go, you still got a shot. But, again, it's a very delicate process. You look at ESPN sometimes, you get the win percentage. My guess is Fremont's right at like a 98% win percentage because of the scenario we are right here. But who knows? It's not March yet, but we'll call it pseudo-March. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen indeed. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. Back with more after this here on Big Country 100.9.
This is playoff basketball on Big Country.
Got a towering tree that's just too close for comfort? Cook's Tree Service has the expertise and equipment to handle even the toughest jobs, including crane removals with the tallest crane in the area. Call Cook's Tree Service, 231-796-2908.
Welcome back here to Newaygo High School. Brandon Worth, Blake Thomas on the call for you here. Reed City trails 58-43, last-ditch effort, final 5 minutes. Have gotten a couple turnovers into points. Coach Walsh taking a timeout, try to get the troops orchestrated here. Get as many stops as you can. Round the horn, Packers break the zone for the time being. Now they control. On the top, Green holds, dribbles all the way around the horn, and we're going the other way. Reed City gets a stop. This is going to be offensive, and this is called on McLean. That's going to be his fourth.
That's a big foul. McLean does a really good job of being that anchor in the middle of the zone, long and lanky. Him with 4 fouls, that changes his aggressiveness in the middle of that zone. It's looking like they're going to take him out right now.
Jackson draws a foul. So
going to the line now.
Is going to be the 5th. So Jackson, the aggressive mentality, going right to the rim, draws a foul, and now a chance to make it 13, getting just a sniff here with the last 4:35 to go. Reed City getting guys into the key for the upcoming rebound. Gogolowski and Wayne will go in there, so they are double checking. This should be a 2-shot scenario,
yes,
being in the bonus, so they were clarifying that on the floor. Jackson will go to the stripe. First on the way, got it. Great shot there from Lando. Post 98 Baseball, our official sponsor. The area's best players play for Post 98. Check the schedule at 98baseball.com. Second one fires. That one wide to the right. Fremont plucks off the miss. Now they're trapped. Trying to get it away, and they do. Sommers, trouble on the floor. Fremont gets it back. They got to hurry. They do get it across. Wayne trapped. Great in the corner. Taken away. Jackson bounces it up for Sommers. Step through. Count the bump and the bucket. 3-point play up coming for Sommers.
And here come the Coyotes. Figuring it out a little bit with that pressure. They cut it to 12. They have a chance to cut it to 11. Forcing Coach Powell to take a timeout here. Again, it's tournament basketball. Crazier things have happened. Love how the Coyotes are just battling. They know they only have 4 minutes left in their season if they don't sort it out.
Nothing is more scary than a team with their back against the wall and nothing to lose. 4:20 to go. Reed City trails 58-46. Back after this here on Big Country 100.9.
Rides to the doctor, rides to treatments, rides to PT. Mota offers rides to wellness. If you're in need of reliable transportation for your medical appointment, contact Mota as far as 6 months in advance. Mota proudly serves Mecosta and Osceola counties with travel limits as far as 100 miles outside the county area, as well as the greater Ann Arbor area. Rides to wellness pickups are available 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Visit motaonline.com or call 231-796-4896. That's 231-796-4896.
Welcome back here to Newaygo High School. Brandon Worth, Blake Thomas with you. It was once 20. Looking a little bleak for Reed City fans, but now they have clawed it back to 12 with 4 minutes to go. And Blake, you mentioned it to me. Fremont's having trouble with the press right now.
Yeah, it's a different little press. It kind of looks like Big Rapids jump press in some ways. It's basically funnel the guy to the corner, and then you double, and then everybody makes adjustments from there. But it looks different each time you do it. And the Coyotes are running it perfectly right now.
Sommers misses the and one, but right back they go. A foul is called. They tried to jump the basketball. This is going to be on Wayne. That's his second. Reed City, they're going to drop it back a little bit here. Await Fremont to bring it across to try to get that half-court trap in. Fremont looking to bring it across for Crosley. Sommers steers him to the corner. Here's the trap. They do get the bounce pass, but a foul is called first. See if they get on the arm of Sommers. They do. That's his third. So Young now will go to the table, likely to relieve him. 2 shots upcoming now, as that is the 5th foul against the Coyotes. So Crosley, the sophomore, now will make his way to the stripe. Both teams at 5 fouls apiece. Free throws for the remaining whistles, whistled as fouls. First one up and good. 59-46 our score. Fremont leads. Irvin is in, Young is in. Gogolowski off and Wayne is off. We'll likely see substitutions, both teams, right? The remainder of this game, Fremont, if they were to hold on to this lead, they're looking at Wednesday. Reed City, offense, defense to claw their way back into this one. Second one is on the way and good. Crosley and Green have been great from the stripe tonight and continue to do so. Final 4 minutes to go. Jackson, shot fake for Asher. Kick to the corner. Young thought about the three, had a tough angle towards the backboard, deep in the corner, throws it back out. Jackson between the legs, lost it, hit a shin. They wanted a kick ball, not going to get it. And a foul is called on Sommers, who was trying to steer him towards the baseline. Not sure if that one hit the shin or the foot of Landon Jackson. Reed City thought it was a kick, and they didn't call it.
It looked like Powell had stuck his foot out. It looked like it went off. I don't know if it was intentional or not, but it definitely went off of Powell's foot there, and then he gained possession. Coach Fox would be pretty proud of that one, using his feet there to gain control.
61-46 our score. 3:48 to go. First one is good from Powell. He'll get a second. Trying to extend this lead to 16 on the way. Got it. Fremont has answered the call since it was 12. Now they've extended it. Jackson looks on a skip, finds a man. Over for Young. Young, skip pass for Sommers. Just got it there, knocked away. Back to Reed City. Skip pass, caught by Irvin in the corner. A tough look, still able to get it. Trying on a step back. Jackson draws a foul and almost hit the 3-2. 3 upcoming here for Jackson. Powell can't believe it. Coach Powell can't believe it either. That's just how this game has been called from the officials. Very, very tight.
That's a heady play, though. Landon Jackson's got the ball, and Powell's got his hand over his arms, and Landon just lifts his arms up and throws the ball at the hoop. It's a very NBA-esque play there. Just a heady play by the senior.
So subs coming back in here. Gogolowski and Wayne await at the table. 3 upcoming here for the start quarterback. On the way, that one's short. Subs are in after the first free throw. Young and Sommers are off. Jackson will get 2 more. If he makes both, it'll be 62-48. Right now sits 62-46, 3:31 to go. On the way is good. And they're actually going to play on. They must have ruled it as a 2 rather than a 3. So Fremont trying to get it inbounds, having some trouble. And a whistle. Timeout taken by Coach Powell. Didn't like what he saw. Burns one of his timeouts. We'll step aside as well. Back after this right here on WBRN.
My name is Dr. Jessica Reed. I'm an internal medicine physician here at Michigan Primary Care Partners. I chose internal medicine because I like to keep track of the patients. So as a specialist, I would only be able to control one aspect of their condition. But as a primary care physician, I can see the whole spectrum of the patient and follow them throughout their life, as well as make an actual impact on their life and lifestyle. Michigan Primary Care Partners is accepting new patients as well as same-day and next-day appointments. For more information, visit MichiganPrimaryCarePartners.com.
This is playoff basketball on Big Country.
Welcome back here to Newaygo High School. Brandon Worth, Blake Thomas joining you here. 47-62 in reference for our Coyotes fans. Reed City trails at this point. They did a great job setting up that press, forcing a Fremont timeout. So Coach Powell trying to get his guards on the same page to try to break this press. Reed City's created some havoc. They're going to go to this 2-2-1 look. Got him a couple steals not too long ago.
Just got to keep the ball out of the middle of it and push it to the sidelines, and you're going to have some success in doing this.
Trap towards the middle. They throw it across. And line, it was a travel. It wasn't called. The shuffle of the feet that time from the freshman. 3:18 to go. Round the horn it goes. Into the left wing. And a foul is called on Gogolowski. Just a jab step into his hip, and it was called for a foul.
That's probably the last guy you want to send to the line is Reddick Powell. Sharpshooter, does a really good job. 2 for 2 so far tonight.
So now with 3:14 to go, Powell to the line. On the way, back heel no good.
Maybe insert the curse there.
Insert the phrase at home here in the fourth. It's a 15-point lead. It might seem impossible, but we've seen crazy things happen.
Yes.
Reed City trying to pull off the improbable. On the way, no good. A tackle for the basketball, and it's ruled a jump ball. My goodness, Gogolowski got tackled, and they call it a jump.
That same call was a foul on Roan Johnson in the first half. That one's tough. A guy all over Gogolowski's back, and you don't get a call.
Fremont gets it in bounds, trying to send guys everywhere to try to trap the basketball. Around Sommers. Coach Powell trying to just plead for a foul call, and they finally get one. I apologize in advance. That was the worst contact that we saw in that 5-second sequence that booked the foul on Duchamp. That's his 5th, and he's done.
Both freshmen foul out. Both freshmen, started out lights out, and then the foul bug got him, unfortunately.
So Sommers is now going to be in.
A really good performance by both of those young men, though. Really bright futures, really high ceilings. Really excited to watch them grow for the next 3 years.
Absolutely. A very young team for Coach Walsh. He's mentioned that when we talked on the rundown with him not too long ago. A lot of promise in this team. First one is up and good. They're off the fingertips of Crosley. Both these teams are very young as well, and you can see what the MPRs looking at 4.33, I believe, on one side, 4.66 on the other. You can see where these teams have a lot of promise with how many games they've won against good teams with the young talent they have. Second one is good. Makes it 64-47, the final 3 minutes to go. Jackson surveys against the double team. Looks over for Gogolowski, backs in, and scores! Back away from the basket and still got it to drop. Coyotes put some pressure, trying to trap it. Running out of room. Fremont down low, lost it. Irvin, great defense, trying to corral away. They move it around. Good ball movement from Fremont. Powell now holds into the corner. Stalling, trying to maybe throw a layup. No, they throw it back outside. Coyotes trying to get a trap in the corner, finally get it. Reversed across, backing in, and a foul is called on Gabe Young.
This is your argument right here for the shot clock. Right there, Fremont has a plethora of opportunities to score, but they're keeping it because there is no benefit of shooting the basketball. You're up by 15. Need a shot clock in high school basketball.
First one is up and good from the freshman. Gabe Holst makes his first stick around BRPS postgame. We'll keep it short. Obviously, we got another game to preview. Talking about Cardinals and the Lions, who will suit up and warm up here. Big Rapids peering out here from the southeast corner, getting ready to go. This second one is no good. Talk about that matchup and break down this one when it's all said and done. Jackson on a hesitation to the right hand, inside, mid-range, got it! Huge pickup shot from Landon. Timeout, Coach Walsh. That's the kind of Landon you need in this kind of situation. Give me the ball and see what I can do. Cuts it to 14 with 2:13 to go. We'll step aside, quick break, and we're back with more basketball after this right here on Big Country 100.9.
When your team hits the court, the entire community rallies behind them. And standing strong behind this community is Lake Osceola State Bank. Every day, Lake Osceola State Bank brings personalized local banking to individuals, families, and businesses with every decision made right here at home. With 12 convenient locations across Osceola, Mecosta, Lake County, and beyond, we're here to support you every step of the way. Visit us in person or explore more at losb.com. Lake Osceola State Bank, where customer care and community support come first. Member FDIC.
Back we go here from Newaygo. Brandon Worth, Blake Thomas with you here. Desperation time for Reed City here at this juncture, trying to create a turnover. 2 minutes to go, down the lane, layup, no good, just missed an open one. Transition for the Coyotes if they want it. Jackson taking space, Euro, and flips it home. It's not over yet. Make it 13 now, the minute 50. Fremont to counter, layup is good the other way. Reddick Powell uses his speed. Now Jackson wants to run again from half court. Picked up by Double, knocks a man over. Going towards the corner, keeps the basketball, looks for somebody, now floats it off the front, no good. Gogolowski, no foul on the putback, and now they get a foul on the offensive rebound from Jackson. Hammered to the floor and gets a call. So Landon's gonna go to the line. That's gonna be on Noah Hansen, his third. So a chance now to make it back to 12 with 90 seconds left. It seems improbable, but it's been done before. First one up on the way is good from Landon. Big Rapids moving over to the corner now. They're getting ready. Newaygo peering out as well from their locker room. Great matchup we have. We'll have the action for that on Big Country after the conclusion of this one. Second one is short. Jackson gets the offensive rebound. Looks to flip it, lost the basketball out of bounds, but they will keep it. It went off of the Packers. Looked like Holst just wasn't able to catch that one. Young is in for Wayne. You have an idea what they're going to try to run. They're going to try to get a corner triple for Young, just displace him to that side of the floor. They're going to clear it out. They try to get it to him. Good read from Fremont. Skip pass. They find Sommers. Sommers rip through. Great bounce pass. Landon. Foul is called by this side official. So Landon letting Fremont know that he's got hitting on the arm. So 2 upcoming for Landon Jackson. With 1:22 to go, we'll make it 11. Subs coming in here for Fremont. Looks like we'll see Sherman return once again. First one is up, on the way, and good from the 98 charity stripe. 67-55 our score now. Sub in, Sherman is on. He will replace Hansen. If you're the Coyotes, obviously this one goes through. You're going to pressure no matter what. Jackson waits the second. On the way. Got it. Makes it 11. Get it up top, rotating around, over to the corner. Cross half court, Fremont will carry. Here comes the trap, rip through. Foul is called. It's on Gogolowski, that's his 4th. So now shots upcoming, it looks like for Crosley. Crosley's been great from the line all night.
Yep, 4 for 4 from the line tonight, Mr. Crosley is. But again, give the Coyotes credit, still battling, still not out of it. Got to hope for a couple of misses here, but they're doing everything they can to get back in this one.
Crosley takes his time, winds and fires. Got it. Sub is in, Young will return for Irvin. So now we'll see what happens, what Fremont might do here after this miss. They go back to that zone or even just try to pick up man-to-man to keep everybody accounted for. On the way, got it. Crosley 2 for 2, perfect 6 for 6 on the night. 69-56 in favor of Fremont. Landon holds back for Gogolowski. Surveys, Sommers, open 3. That one is short. Scrum for it on the deck. Reed City's got it. Go for 3. No good. Jackson over to the corner for Young. Young. Jab step. Now he'll fire. Oh, he hit it. Mass killer from deep. Make it 10 with 50 seconds. Towards the corner. Uh-oh, trouble, but now it's kept in bounds by the Packers. Rotating around. Might be 5. It is! Turnover from Gabe Young. Great defense from the Young gun.
I mean, needless to say, got to score on every possession from here on out and got to do it quick. Down by 10 with 40 seconds left. Get a bucket and get a timeout here and see what happens.
Jackson for Sommers. Handoff, back for Jackson. Contested 3. Short, just wedged that one. Over toward the sideline. Packers knocked away. Reed City trying to get it back. They just get it in bounds. Fremont running and a foul is called on Sommers. This one's going to go, it looks like, against Green. So Green is now going to go to the line. So Sommers is now looking like he's got his 5th. Yes, they're going to call it on Sommers. That's his 5th. His night's done. Good effort from the junior here tonight defensively. Irvin will go checking at the table as well. 69-59 our score. Green goes back to the stripe, the sophomore. Coach Powell's team trying to close it out. On the way, got it. Fremont has hit their free throws today. You got to give them a lot of credit.
They have, especially down the stretch. You know, number 13 here, Mawson Green, another sophomore, making big shots down the stretch here.
On the way, back heel, no good. Irvin gets the rebound, and a foul is called on the rebound. This one's going to go. Is that on Mawson Green? It is on Mawson Green. Trying to get his own miss, and he picks up his 4th foul. He got out of the paint in a hurry to go get that ball, but he did so illegally, trying to reach across Irvin's arm. So now that's going to give Jaden Irvin his first free throws of the night with 22.5, down 11. First on the way, short. Bounced it off the front. Reed City, they've had chances to convert from the stripe, just haven't hit the same clip as Fremont. Lockhart is in. They're going to rotate Gogolowski out of the paint for Lockhart to get in there. Young will go off here, trying to get a pressure look. Need this one to make it 10. On the way, missed it. Lockhart battling, and it's Fremont basketball. So last-ditch effort now in full effect for Reed City. They need a turnover right now. Gogolowski on the trap. They rotate it, move it around, trying to skip it. They do. Fremont breaks it. Powell with it in his mitts, and that will likely do it. Moving it around to the paint, back in front of the bench. Fremont is going to hold this one out potentially. Reed City trying one last turnover. Not going to get it. This ball game has come to an end. Reed City falls 70-59 tonight here against the Packers in the District 35 opening round here in Newaygo. Great effort from both teams. Unfortunately, the end for Reed City's season. Battled back in a major way. 25 points in that last quarter, Blake. It was a big-time effort from them. Couple turnovers, couple made three-point shots they've been waiting for. But Fremont, they just took care of the basketball a little better tonight, and they were great from the stripe as well.
Yeah, they made a ton of shots down the stretch there from the free throw line. But again, the first half is really where Reed City struggled. You know, you play them even in the second half, you only lose that second half by a point. But it was the offensive rebounds early in the first half that really kind of did the Coyotes in. You know, a very, very tough one. But again, you're returning every player but one, even though it was Landon Jackson, your best player. But the future is bright for the Coyotes. They've got a couple of really good freshmen, and I know Coach Brendan Walsh is going to get them in the gym this summer, and they're only going to get better. So, yeah, it's always, you know, you think about it, there are only 4 teams that end their season on a win. Always tough when your season's over. But give props to the Coyotes. They played their tails off for all 32 minutes. The ball just didn't bounce their way tonight.
Absolutely. And with that, we will sign off here for Reed City fans. I want to make sure every time we have a chance to do this on the broadcast, thank the seniors on a night like this, and especially for this guy. Got to know this kid, the lone senior for this Reed City group, and just an amazing athlete, incredible football, basketball, baseball player, has had a great career. We'll see him on the diamond likely here this spring. But Landon Jackson, the lone senior, just an incredible resemblance of an image that you would want to see from a standout Coyote athlete. There's no doubt about it. He's had a great Coyote career, so congratulations to Landon on what's been a great career. I know he probably doesn't feel great right now. Been there. Blake, you've been there. It's a horrible feeling, the fact that we can only have 4 winners. But Reed City, obviously, rebuilding year, still played some great basketball this year, beat some good teams, and they should have high praise moving into next year.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you give Landon, if we were going to pick a player of the game from the Coyotes, it's definitely Landon Jackson. Finished with 19 points. This is all unofficial. 19 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals, 2 blocks. Did everything for the guys. You know, I said you got to find a way to score. He does in the second half. Leads most scores, at least leads the Coyotes with 19. An outstanding young man, works his tail off, really like his game. You know, I look forward to seeing what he does in the future. But again, you know, just like you said, a really, really tough one. Anytime you end your season on a loss, you always have you feel some type of way, and it's usually not very good. But give Fremont credit as well. They played a better game tonight, had a few more weapons down the stretch. You know, in a battle-tested club from a really good West Michigan league.
Absolutely. With that, I want to say a big thank you, especially going out to Coach Walsh as well as Athletic Director Ryan Hansen for allowing us to be able to call this game for you. Love to give the Coyotes some love, especially the intra-rivalry in this community. But Reed City still might not be in the win-loss column, but a lot of promise going forward into next year. We're going to take an extended break. We'll be back with pregame coverage, Cardinals and Lions, the second half of our doubleheader. Coming up next, right here on the home of Cardinal basketball this postseason, WWBR.